Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy 4th of fucking
July.
July.
Fucking 4th
Thanks
of
for tuning
July.
in on this Monday, this beautiful Monday. Here we go.
Money under my running.
You can't see him on my camera. My shit all fucked, so it don't even matter. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Jesus!
Oh fuck!
Oh Jesus Christ!
Looks like a fucking war zone.
Jesus! Jesus! Lord Jesus! No!
Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! That was awesome! That was awesome right there! God damn! Wow! Shit! Oh shit! Oh Lord Jesus! Oh Jesus! Get the water, nigga! Jesus Christ!
Bush is on
Lord
fire.
have mercy! Get the water, nigga! It's going down! Ah, the motherfucking bootleg fireworks shit! Oh shit!
This week on Humpcast, homebrew homie Jeremy Northwood comes in with a collab beer ration update. Deep Blue Sea gets a sequel. Chucky keeps coming. Baby Driver was awesome. Michelle Rodriguez wants more women. The Rock welcomes us to the jungle, and Disney gets rid of the windshield. You're watching Humpcast and listening.
Welcome to Humpcast, everybody, the show where a couple of buds get buzzed and blow shit up because America don't give a fuck. With bootleg fireworks. My name's Ryan D.
My name's Garrett Lee.
I'm Ricky C.
And we have Jeremy Northwood in with us again.
Welcome, guys.
What up, dog?
Dude, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Great.
It's going good.
I gave you a new title. I just came up with it. The homebrew homie.
That was a very,
Yeah.
very, very punny.
I like it.
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah.
good, man.
I
It's
came
very
up with-
punny.
I came up with one pun, and I'm like, let's just keep going with this.
Screw it, you might as well.
Yes, we're doing good, but it's about to get even better.
Yes.
Because you brought us in some real good treats.
I brought in samples of the beers. They're not ready yet. They're about little over halfway done, and I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised.
Awesome. Let's
Yes.
go ahead and tell our listeners and viewers what beers we are talking about.
Well, okay. At the moment, I brought in the partial version of the Lemon Saison, the King Kong Lemon Saison, which is a working title right now because King Kong is trademarked. So
Son of a bitch.
just a working title at the moment. But
Hump
it's
Kong.
huge lemon. It's a saison. It's awesome.
Ooh.
I also brought in the jalapeno honey IPA and a surprise and the tomato basil ale.
I love surprises. I just
Surprise.
What should I grab first?
Oh yeah, depends. You guys want the surprise?
Should we start surprise first?
And then I would say get the tomato basil and the surprise out
Okay, I'll get
because
I'll
the
get
side
those
by
then.
side.
DM. I just want all the beer. Let's just get beer.
I'm excited. Will I be surprised?
Oh yeah, Ryan. Okay,
Here's
so
the basil.
let's also
And
give.
then what's the surprise? Just say surprise on there?
No, it's XXXX.
Oh, it's a Xander Cage Vin Diesel beer.
It's a porno surprise.
Exactly, but the X,
Triple X.
the X is for extra. So
All right, here we go.
Okay, so what are we trying
Here's
first?
Here's
All right,
your,
well-
surprise.
one of you guys go ahead and crack open the tomato basil because we're
I'll
going to
crack
try
it.
that one first,
Oh,
and
okay.
then we'll
I'll
open
crack
this
it.
one and
It's gonna
try
explode in
that
my
one
face?
After. Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, this
think you're
is
doing it wrong,
halfway.
right?
There's
there
no,
you go.
there's absolutely no carbonation.
Okay.
Unless it built up a little bit overnight. But this is, like I said, it's not bottling ready. I just brought it over so you guys.
You guys want
I thought it would be
glasses?
appropriate for you guys to taste it as it's working.
Yeah.
Pass these around.
And then shout out and thank you to Sierra Nevada for these free little taster glasses that we got.
yeah,
That's
from
what-
our beer camp.
from
That's
when
what
we went
got
to beer
take
camp.
out.
If you want to check out Humpcast going to beer camp, you can go to humpcast.com and check out the videos.
Slash videos.
Or just straight up youtube.com/humpcast.
You lucky motherfuckers. That looked like so much fun, too.
It was.
Yeah,
It was
they
a lot
treated
of
us
fun.
real good there, so it was awesome.
We got-
They give
You
us
guys check out that
thrones.
video.
Give us
Nice.
thrones and whores.
Yeah.
Vicky
It
was
was a
not really
throne
happy
out
about
of
that, but
kegs.
yeah.
Nice. Just walk on their back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We didn't have to walk on the ground to get to different beers.
Awesome.
It was a lot of fun. And then all happened. It was
Stepping
all
on
true.
titties.
Stepping on it was the
Nice.
squishiest, softest. There was one step with the chick with fake tits. That was kind of hard, but
Just walking on titties.
I'm walking on titties. Whoa! Cheers.
Well, I wasn't with you guys when you did this, so
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
We actually had Garrett and I actually helped in making this beer.
Yeah, there is
Cheers,
a
guys.
video that will be going up once we're finished entirely with this. Cheers.
Process.
Not on my
Oh, God.
Not on my computer. Not on my computer. All right. This is lemon
Process.
saison.
smells like tomatoey.
Ooh.
Who said lemon saison? This
Sorry,
is
that was
the
me.
tomato
I fucked up.
basil-
I fucked up.
Yeah, this
Tomato
is the
basil.
Tomato.
Tomato basil ale.
This tastes like a pizza beer.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god.
This tastes like a delicious pizza.
It tastes like exactly what's in it. Tomato
And basil.
And basil. But pizza
Really
beer.
Interesting.
And
Dude,
It's also-
Humpcast pizza beer.
this is actually a milestone. This is also the lowest alcohol by volume beer I've made.
Which is
Ever.
what
At
is
only 10%. Okay.
It's a 4.3% alcohol by volume.
Wow,
Yeah.
so this
easy
is
drinking. Easy drinking.
So
drinking.
it's lower than a Pabst.
Yeah.
It's way easy drinking, and because the bitterness comes from the basil, you could absolutely cook with this beer.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
I can't wait to get the bottling done because then I'm going to try it in a chili.
Yeah.
Which, of course, you guys are going to have to try.
Oh hell yes.
Of course.
dude, of course, man.
Anything that's cooked with these beers that we've made, or definitely you guys are going to have to like be there while I'm making it. So,
I was already thinking. I was like, you know, how sometimes a lot, especially recently, a lot of the local breweries have been doing cheese tastings or pairings with the beers. I think this would be awesome with fucking cheesy bread, and then you basically have a whole pizza in your mouth while you're doing this.
Yeah, totally.
actually, I already thought about that
Yeah?
doing I actually
Some
already
garlic
thought
bread or
about
something?
doing specifically doing a caprese salad, which is literally tomato, basil, mozzarella. It's fresh mozzarella, cracked pepper, and olive oil. Super simple, tasty as all hell. Go great with this.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
You make a dressing out of that.
Goat cheese feta.
Yeah.
Goat cheese
I was thinking about
feta
something
would
stronger
be
like that.
amazing because of that tang in the goat.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be
I
delicious.
love
I can't wait to
cheese.
try
So,
this.
I love
have the
cheese
full-
and beer pairings.
You know what?
Love doing it.
Once we're finished with this, I think we should have a cheese and beer pairing tasting dinner thing. We'll do all that. I was gonna say before we started sipping, there will be a video up eventually. I'm waiting for all the beer to be finished so I can have an cumulative experience. You have us day one starting the beer with Jeremy. And then a little bit of the process throughout,
progression.
and then exactly, and then all of our stuff coming together at the very end, and there'll be one video kind of smushed together. Cause
Yeah.
Well, we've
Yeah.
got bottling coming up within the next week to 10 days or so. I'll keep you guys absolutely posted every step of the way. We'll be doing our final gravity readings and find out exactly how much ABV is in each one of these. Besides the tomato one, that one is absolutely done.
At
and
4
it is,
point
it is a
something.
hard 4.3.
4.3, nice.
Absolutely.
And
the
this is-
only,
yeah.
the only
So
thing
this-
that's not done about it is the surprise beer that we're going to be cracking is still, I've got some flavors working in it. And the tomato basil is just sitting until I can put it in bottle with the bottling sugar and do a natural carbonation. So
No,
Dude,
right,
this is
right.
actually really good, man.
Yeah, this is so
really good.
and it's not even finished. Like you said, there's no carbon or not like a carbonation factor to it. But
I
it's
kind of would like to have just a bottle of this like this without any carbonation in it. Like,
kind of like no lie.
Right?
Instead of wine, I'd probably just crack open one of these and have that with dinner.
a still tomato basil beer.
yeah.
That should be a new
it's like
trend.
juice.
And there's no,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know what? The thing is, there's no reason to not drink a beer that's still. There really isn't. It's
No,
just
it's
that
preference.
everybody. I mean, the whole idea of the whole carbonation is to help with the aromas, because a lot of the flavor you're going to get is through your nose first, and then you're going to taste it on your palate. But even still, you get something with enough flavor in it, you're really going to smell it. And I am a big fan of drinking my beer every step of the way, so I'm always constantly drinking still beer.
Yeah.
And even sometimes if I'm just like, I don't really feel like going to the liquor store or something like that, just boop, 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 boop.
Well, yeah.
One of the
I'm
ones
taking
that you have. I mean,
samples.
That would be
Yeah,
us
exactly.
every day.
Exactly.
Like,
Part of the job.
beer.
But like I said,
Hold the fuck up! I have an
every
entire
step-
house of beer.
Every step of the way, even if it's every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. This
Yeah,
is
hell
fucking
yes.
delicious.
I think that might be a new trend coming up at some point because I noticed that a lot of beer trends lately. Like
Like
once
putting on nitro.
yeah, okay. So real quick, once I got into the beer world, I started noticing trends. I think when I very first started to get into it, that's when sours started to really come into their own. And it's not something I'm not a fan of sours. I've had a handful, if that,
Yeah.
2 or 3. I want to say I really actually was okay with. Sour was a trend.
Yeah.
Right now,
Only sociopaths like sour beers.
then it was the nitro. Everything was on nitro. Put it on nitro. Put it on nitro. Even beers that did not benefit from that nitro, they just put it on there because it was a new trend. Now,
I don't even like that. I mean, like I like my beer more carbonated. So
I've had
when it's on
Yeah.
nitro, it's just everything's so flat.
There's only a
I
few
don't
beers
like
I've
it.
had that are like,
naughty sauce.
yeah, naughty sauce on nitro
That
is
on nitro is
delicious. And Mother Earth's Cali Creamin' on nitro. If you never had that,
But then there's stuff like
oh my god, it's so
I had
good.
grapefruit sculpin on there, and even though I've had both. Okay, so this thing I've had both grapefruit sculpin regular, like on tap, and then was that what you brought?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey-o.
And then on nitro, I'm like, it loses some of that like, not some of the
Almost
characteristics.
flavor, yeah.
Some of the like just like
Yeah.
the character from the beer on the nitro,
Sure.
and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Right now, hazy IPAs are the newest trend, I believe.
Which I kind of like that too because I feel like
I
I
have
don't
no
know
problem
what
with
you
that.
feel about that, but
I think it's fine. I mean, to be honest, it just means it's unfiltered.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's similar to drinking a wheat, except that you're getting IPA.
right.
Yeah.
Just like
And
yeasty IPA.
To be quite honest, I think any home brewer would have to not have a problem with those particular beers because every home brewer, including myself, has come up with a hazy beer that should be clear. So
Should be.
yeah,
But it only-
it's supposed to be. But hey, you know what? It's
Yeah.
bigger.
So is it-
I
but
had to put it in the back of my fridge.
Is it just a trend, like just to make you feel like you're having more flavor? Or does it actually help by not filtering it so much?
Well, okay, it does contribute flavor specifically because the yeast itself has a flavor profile. Most styles don't benefit from that yeast flavor, so I think it is a trend. It's fine. It does add a unique character to a beer. That's why certain styles do allow that. I mean, any white beer, wit beer, saisons specifically. You guys will notice how hazy that one is, and
Yes.
I mean, unless they're specifically that style and then filtered and still retains their initial flavor, there are those. But I mean, I don't know. It's not style specific unless somebody's coming up with a new category in beer judging. So I don't know.
All right.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever drank a commercial hazy IPA or anything like that.
I don't know
It's,
why.
I think it just started coming out really in the last like few months.
Yeah, definitely.
Is when we start seeing
bigger trend.
productions come or like bigger companies coming out with it.
I had
Right.
one in New Orleans, and I can't remember. It was from a brewer out there, and it was like just I don't know. It was probably because I was in the sun all fucking day, and I went and sat. It was just like it was God's piss. I don't even know what. It just tasted so fucking good.
Which, in case you
And I
don't
couldn't-
understand that, it's good.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
God's
good.
piss would be good.
Yes. No, even we were at the beer camp, and what was it? It was State Brewing Company had a hazy hybrid IPA.
Oh yeah, that was really
Yeah, and that
good.
turned out to be one of our favorites.
Yeah, that was definitely one of our favorites. Oh, I realized that I took pictures of other ones that I liked too.
Oh, nice.
I was drunk, so I didn't realize I took the pictures. But
Should we open up the surprise right now?
Yeah, let's
Oh
open
yeah,
up-
definitely.
Here we go.
Well, okay, I'll tell
Supplies.
you. The thing
Supplies, motherfucker!
A dick pops out.
I'm glad Ricky opened it.
So I just while you're looking for that, I was going to tell you guys I just got approved for this dog walking app.
Oh.
Okay.
What?
So I'm gonna. It's basically like Postmates for dog walkers. So like people
Sounds
could just.
awesome.
So you just you have to get you put in an application all that shit and then The way it works is they order you to come by to their place. And by getting set up with this service, they send you like a little lockbox for you to leave your keys in.
Yeah.
And so, as a customer, you leave your keys out for the walker to come, open up the lockbox, go into your house, get the dog, and then any other instructions is all through the app. So you can walk the dog for however long they want you to. And if it's like a half-hour walk, then you got to walk it. They track it, and then you fill in like a little report card afterwards. And then if they want you to feed the dog or whatever when you get back, then you do that too.
Crazy.
And then lock up the keys and leave.
Yeah.
And then you can get like recurring ones, or just do it one at a time, or just instant. Like if somebody needs somebody to walk the dog at that moment in time, you can just like go ahead and accept it and take it and go.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. But my friend does that.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
saw
awesome.
an ad for it.
I
I was
wanna
like,
try
why
that,
the fuck
dude.
am I not doing that?
That sounds amazing.
I forgot that was a job.
Coolest job ever.
No,
Yeah.
literally, like, yeah.
So I sent
love dogs.
so I did the application, and it said it was going to take like up to 30 days, but they asked for references. So you just like have a bunch of people. So it sends out like a mass text to everybody you put as a reference, and then those people fill out they fill out a questionnaire and say some shit about your
shit about-
dog,
it's
your
just a
dog
text
experiences.
reference?
Yeah,
That's so
Well,
easy.
and then you go to
You
they don't
create
even-
3 Google voice numbers that send messages.
no, they
and
have-
you fill them out. He's amazing.
No, it doesn't work. They have to follow a link and fill out a questionnaire.
Okay.
All right.
My dog seems happy.
So I had
My dog loves him.
He didn't molest my dog.
My dog's not scratching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the surprise. Cheers.
Surprise.
Cheers, guys.
Supplies.
Supplies. Cheers.
This is an experimentation.
Ooh. Whoa.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I didn't even try it yet. Hold on. I smell the smell.
Yeah, I just got hit with that smell right now.
What is that? Like
What am
pepper?
I? No,
is
there's a
is
this is
this
peppers
a
for sure.
habanero thing or something?
No, this is
No.
new.
Ooh.
This is different. It almost okay.
More tangy.
No, I think we should try and guess what's in it.
Yeah,
think that'd be a fun game.
Definitely, because then I'll let you guys know what I was doing with
Is
it.
it jalapeno?
Is it a pepper? I know
Wait,
it's a
do you
pepper.
want me to tell you
If we're
yes
right,
or no?
if we're
Oh.
right, tell us.
Okay.
Is it jalapeno or a pepper?
Yes.
It is a pepper.
No, jalapeno.
It's jalapeno.
jalapeno.
Okay,
Okay.
so I got that. That's the first thing.
There's also tomato.
What
It
did
all-
I
yeah,
do
it
to
also tastes like a-
What did I do to it?
You stuck it on your dick. I'm saying
It'd be pretty hot.
it's pretty hot. It has kind of the tomatoey flavor or smell of the first one.
Definitely.
So tomato jalapeno.
But
what
what
I
did
just
you
said.
do to it, though?
I swear to God, it smells like I walked into a Italian restaurant. It smells
Okay.
like
The
like-
base is the tomato basil ale.
Well, you just added-
I added a couple of extra things to it. Well, a few extra things to it.
So
I'm
jalapeno
tasting
is
some
one of them.
sour. Is there some?
Yeah, I'm
There
saying
is
like,
something that adds some
it's like
tang.
tang.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some
Did you
tang,
mix
yeah.
all of the beers?
No, no, no,
It's
no.
a lemon,
no,
lemon
no.
saison, tomato,
cocktail.
jalapeno ale.
No, but holy shit! I can see where you might get
Yeah.
that. But no, absolutely not. Otherwise, you would get like that kind of Belgian taste to it.
No, this is
Interesting.
super light, but there's alcohol. I
Yes.
can taste the alcohol.
It's
How strong
Nine-
is this?
it's 4.3.
What?
Same as
Ah.
the first one.
That's
Okay.
high. This is the first beer you've brought us that actually tastes higher than what.
Really?
Yeah, because all the other ones
Ah.
taste lower. Like I can't
The
taste
creepers,
alcohol.
yeah. Most of your beers are
This one
creepers.
actually tastes, alcohol.
Okay.
I can't
It's
wait to
really
carbonate
interesting,
that.
man.
Well-
That's so good.
A lot of the basil.
Can you tell us?
It's
what you
definitely
did?
not the alcohol that you're tasting, but I
No,
get
I
why you would why you're saying the alcohol.
It's the jalapeno and the basil are making a bitter sort of punch that almost is reminiscent of the
Punches
alcohol
you in the
with the
balls.
citrus.
Yes. There's also a couple other things in there that'll be helping with that.
I can't
so.
guess. You have to tell us. All right, tell
Okay.
us what are we drinking, Jeremy?
Okay, well, this is. I started thinking about Michelada, and so the first thing I
Yes.
thought is, okay, Michelada is.
I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Michelada is
I don't drink any.
a little smoky. Michelada is also limey. Mm-hmm. And
So it's lime.
Limey.
the only thing that is not in this right now is salt, like straight out, like salt or spicy salt. So if you rim the glass with it and then put this in here, then you
Sure.
would probably cover
That-
those bases.
I mean, if you were a mass producer, this would probably be like a huge seller in fucking
Around
Oh,
here.
for sure.
I would hope.
I even
Southern
like
California,
micheladas.
It's a
I would hope
Michelada based beer.
Yeah, I don't even like micheladas, but this is delicious.
No, yeah.
There was
I
also a.
I dig
I have a bottle of vodka.
There
You want to
is-
make this
I
a
dig
bloody
it.
michelada?
I dig
There
it.
is a. Oh yeah, let's do it.
Shit.
Let's do it. I here. You can have the rest of this.
For this, you just need a splash. It's not,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
even.
just give me a little,
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
give me a
yeah,
little
yeah,
splash,
yeah.
splash.
Please do.
Pass it.
And I also put a.
Give me
I
a
don't know.
tiny bit.
I'd say
Give me a
like
tiny bit.
a tablespoon or
Give me 10.
maybe a
too.
tablespoon and a half of Worcestershire in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
I like this.
that's a tang.
Yeah, and
that's a tang.
that's
There it
where
is.
you're going to get that
All right.
one specific flavor. So
Hey, that kind of made it better.
Yeah, that's a Bloody Mary. That's
wow.
that is Bloody Mary light right there.
Yeah.
wow, that totally did it.
I don't know what that
Who's
is.
ringing?
Phone ringing.
We're good.
Rookie.
Sorry,
All
guys.
All right, he brought the
It's all good.
bloody micheladas. No,
I'm
that's
sorry to whoever was calling.
Wow, very interesting. That's completely changed it
That-
up.
it changed the game, and that's what I'm saying. Like as I was listing them off, now that he said it, it makes me realize why I got all those notes. I was like, it tastes like tomato, it tastes like basil, it tastes like lemon, it tastes like jalapeno, and then but not necessarily all that. Like it has the basis of a michelada or a Bloody Mary, like all those spices plus the tomato.
Yeah, I drank like 3 big ass micheladas yesterday too.
Dude.
Fighter-
or some tequila,
don't
Bloody
like
Mary, Bloody Marias.
Well, you never had
These.
Have you ever had like a homemade one? Somebody that makes one at the bar or something like that?
I mean, I've had like the ones like you guys.
Woo!
I've been around where you guys have had them before and said like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is so good."
What, the canned ones?
And then, no. I mean, just like I think we
Oh.
went to. I forget where we went. We went somewhere out like where they actually made it. I think it was like I feel like it was somewhere in Comic-Con almost.
Probably. Oh, we had Bloody Marys.
But, oh, okay.
But you don't
I
like-
don't. I don't like
you don't like
Bloody
Bloody
Marys.
Marys.
But
Yeah.
maybe I never really had an enchilada. I mean, I've had the can. I don't like those at all.
Yeah, if you get like a, I don't know, somebody who
fresh
can make
made.
like a fresh one, like with all the ingredients, and then they just make their own sauce or their own
Okay.
juice and shit. It's the shit.
Yeah, I mean, I do like this. It's not bad. If I can catch
Hey,
a
your
similar
mics are
flavor.
still on. We can still hear you. What's going on?
Shut up!
No.
We're having a conversation, guys. No.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right.
What were you saying?
Delicious.
We're
he was
trying to
giving-
like keep this going. You guys are like
No,
talking
I-
separately, but away from the mics, but still murmuring in the background. We can
Yeah.
hear
I'm
you.
sorry about that.
We were talking about cocktail ideas with this beer.
Garnish and
Some rimming and,
yeah.
and some docking.
Rimming.
We're talking
What the
about
hell?
rimming,
Okay.
yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
What's good with Gary Lee? Today we're gonna rim and ram,
With Jeremy Northwood.
ram and jam.
There you go. Speaking of, if you want to go check out What's Go Garrett Lee at Facebook.com, so go do that. No, but seriously, this fucking was really good.
Yeah, the vodka really did a trick on that.
I
That's
might-
really nice.
I might come up with a
Beer
cocktail like
cocktails,
this.
goddammit.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we filmed them. We haven't promoted them. I
The one-
found out what was wrong. I
The
found
one
out,
he made for me on the
first of all, you made it.
fucking terrible,
He made it.
and
But
then they
I-
made me chug it too on screen.
I found out what was wrong. I used the wrong syrup on there, and we
You
used
actually used shit syrup on that one.
It was
on accident.
also way too much beer. We should have just like topped it like that much. We used half the fucking
Beer is what made it taste good.
I'm gonna make a note
That
when
shit
it
tasted
comes
like
out.
Shit, dude.
When it comes out, it's gonna be way better.
Man, you
Guaranteed.
guys got me all kinds of fucking curious. What the hell are you guys talking about?
I'm not gonna be able to say it until that episode. So tune in. Once that comes out, I will drink that cocktail. But the better version,
Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies.
the better version on this show. Guaranteed. I'm gonna
Still
perfect
not gonna
the
drink it.
ratios. I don't give a fuck. You don't have to drink it. I think it's gonna be amazing.
It's not.
No.
It's not going to be.
Ryan, the ever optimist. The ever optimist.
This is delicious, man. I think I may need to rethink the michelada if I can find a good one.
You should.
Well, okay, so I've had micheladas. It's not this good. They're
Okay.
weird. Like I don't like. Also, they are very carbonated, and I don't like that with the
You're
michelada.
using a crappy beer to start with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's any yellow fizzy beer.
That's what always turned me
because
off of it.
It's the whole thing is
Fizzy
just
piss.
okay. Beer is and it. Okay, first show I was on, I brought you guys jalapeno IPA, and
if that
I
was
mentioned-
a basis for a michelada, fuck yes.
My brother actually just said something about doing a blend. Anyway, there's this whole thing that we were talking about this same day when he brought it up earlier. It's so funny that you said that. So same page.
And also, like
Definitely do that.
micheladas take the beer that are not much different alcohol percentage than this. I think 5 is the average for most of those beers. Like if you get a Budweiser or a Tecate or any, they're all about 5 or 4 something, like a little under. And so this is a good basis that already has great flavor to it.
Well, it's an ale as well. It's not a lager-based beer, so you're definitely going to get a lot of the fruitier flavors. And those beers require, most of the flavor is required of the actual Michelada mix itself, not the actual base beer itself.
Right.
And this obviously started as a specifically flavored beer and then add a couple other flavors, this and that, and there you go. So,
All right.
with intent.
Well,
Yeah, that was really good.
Maximum
man.
effort.
I can't wait to
Delicious.
try
There you
this
go.
one.
Yeah,
Deadpool reference.
really, definitely.
I got that.
Which
Sick
one should I
reference.
pull out next?
Whip it out.
Jalapeno.
All right. My favorite.
Okay,
Jalapeno.
I want to switch this out to a full pint. Go ahead.
Wait,
a full pint
so
glass.
Jalapeno is this just a?
This
This
is
is also.
Oh yeah, so Ryan's very he didn't know any of the things that we were brewing. So let him know
Oh.
everything about it.
Okay,
Especially because listeners as well.
this is the jalapeno honey IPA. This is my normal one. It's
Oh,
not,
the regular one.
Yeah, it's not a big ass one. It's not the little peño that you guys
We had
like
last
as well. This would be closer to what I first brought in on the very first show. Even that one was probably about 7.88%. This one is the lowest end that I'll allow the beer to get, unless it's little peño, and that's at its 7.3%. So, very drinkable. It's a little bit deceiving because it doesn't taste like a 7.3%er. So you do have to be careful, but you can drink a couple of these and not be all fucked up.
So you guys worked on all these together?
Yeah, in one day, or actually kind of 2 days.
The only one that, actually, no, shit. Yeah, we all worked on them, because even the XXXX one, the only thing I did different that they were not involved in was just throwing the jalapenos, the lime, the Worcestershire, and I think there was something else, and I'm not going to try and remember it and derp myself the whole time, but there was something else. Anyway.
So it's
Why do you think-
9.5, right?
Why do you think it is that I mean, it can't be an original idea. Not to shut you down at all, but like that, somebody has had to think of that, right? Like, why do you think it is that a lot of these big time brewers don't really use like jalapenos to make at least to get it that tangy? I mean, I've never had one quite like yours,
Like big time.
Even really honey, which was, I feel like the main base of like mead.
I like
was,
it.
sort of like the first
It just seems like an obvious
beer.
thing to think of, but we haven't had it besides what you bring.
Cost effective. I mean, the guys are buying up the small guys and that kind of thing, and they're turning out really, really great beer. But you got to take the time with it, and a lot of what they're doing is, and I think I touched on this either while we were filming or the last show I was on. They're adding things to beers that already exist. Whereas if you're actually, and I've noticed a lot of small guys are doing this as well. They're taking a base beer, they had a really good IPA, and it's a smart idea. It really is. Cost effective wise, it is. But for me, I build the beer around the specific that specific thing. So the tomato and the basil, I had intent of purpose and purpose of what I was doing with it. I knew I was going to be adding as much intense tomato and basil flavor. I knew that I wanted the basil to come through, which means I was going to have to subdue the hops. I was going to have to cut back on a lot of the other traditional ingredients and put forward more non-traditional ingredients. The tomato really helps bring forward a lot of the citrusiness that was taken away from the hops that I normally would have added. The basil specifically, the reason why you can taste the bitterness that you're getting is, yeah, there's a little bit of hops in there, but mostly it's because basil is a bittering herb, but it also has that nice spicy quality as well that kind of punches through that you get from certain other hop varieties.
Right.
So I was kind of mimicking and accentuating the natural flavors of those specific ingredients. And it's the same way with the jalapeno. It's why I layer in fire roasted jalapenos and a few raw jalapenos, and I do it in certain stages. And then with the lemon saison that you guys actually got to see and hands-on be part of, was we fire roasted the lemons and we added a little bit of those. Oh, actually, you guys didn't get to see the fire roasted.
Nope. Yeah.
Of them.
I was
You
gonna
guys
say, I was like,
didn't.
I
I'm
don't remember
sorry.
that.
We literally
sorry
picked it
you
up and we
didn't.
put it in the pot. We did that part.
You're
no?
right. You're right. I'm
Yes.
sorry you guys missed that part. There was a step where I fire roasted the lemons.
We saw on Instagram.
Yeah, that
So
was-
if you want to go
yeah,
ahead and
yeah,
follow Jeremy on Instagram, you can go follow him at.
Brewer from the Crypt at Instagram.
Check out some of his awesome pictures and then some of the stuff that he does with making beer and his just cool daily
Yeah,
happenings.
and we also
I-
tagged him in this the last post on our Instagram.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you find it there.
Thanks, guys.
I just smelled this, and it literally has become this sort of Pavlovian response. If
that
you're
happens to me too every time.
If you're unfamiliar, Pavlov, like the Pavlovian response is like you ring a dinner bell enough times and tell the dogs that there's dinner, their mouths will start watering just hearing the bell, type of thing. I smelled this beer and I was like, oh, it brought back memories
Yeah.
of all the time I've had this beer. Last time we went over, you were so generous. You gave us growlers of the
Yes.
beer.
The big jalapeno.
The
that
big
was.
jalapeno, and I kept it in my fridge, and I kid you not, I just recently moved into a new apartment, so I've been doing a lot of work on the apartment. So I'm just like, one day, every once in a while, I'll pull out that growler. I'm just like, oh, pour a glass of that jalapeno, and of course it was flat because it took so long. Like I was like weeks after,
yeah,
and just having that, even flat beer, the flat beer is so good. I was like, oh, it's so good. And I was doing work kind of like, and it was strong, so I'm kind of like tipsy doing all my work around the apartment.
this
I
is so-
smelled
the
this
only
beer.
way I work.
I smelled this beer, and it just, it's so good.
This is my favorite by
my
far, man.
favorite
I fucking love this beer.
the great thing about
Period.
having
Right
low
now.
carbonation in a beer like this is the fact that if it was higher carbonation, like yeah, you get it's nice with a nice head, and usually has obviously this is not done, and you guys have seen it where it had a nice standing head and such, but it was still when you're drinking it low carbonation, and that is intent. The reason why is because I've done higher carbonation versions. I've had a couple that got too carbonated, and thank God I caught those bottles before I actually gave them out or drank them myself and had one explode in my face.
I've been there.
Oh, yeah, it is jarring when one just kabooms. It is like a shotgun.
Blast you in the face.
It really, really is. Like, if you haven't had it happen to you, you really don't know.
Just shake up a beer and try it.
It is, yeah, it is. It is.
Or
see how much fun you have.
It is startling.
Or if you've ever had to change a keg and have the wrong coupler for the wrong thing.
Oh, yeah.
I used to work at Slater's. I used to work at Slater's 50/50, and if you don't know, Slater's has over 100 different taps. That means a fucking shit ton of kegs, not just 100.
Shit, yeah. Holy crap.
Backups, changes, all this other stuff. So many beers. So and there are different styles of attachments. We'll call them right now. And so sometimes I would have to be like, and there's two different ones that are similar, very similar. The American style and the one with the just longer American style.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they look pretty similar. If you just fucking put it on there, beer sprays everywhere.
I've had that happen just trying to tap beers.
Yeah.
Tap kegs at like a party or something. Recently I just did that, and like I just did it wrong somehow. I didn't get it like fully on there. Just like literally sprayed in my direction, right into my fucking like up my nose.
It's a
Yeah.
just fuck you in the
It's not-
face. with
it's not
beer.
fun.
It's not as fun as it sounds.
Should have just
No.
opened your
High
mouth, bro.
pressured.
Yeah.
It's just,
No.
you're not ready for it.
I'm not gonna lie. I have licked some of the beer off my body after that's happened.
Oh, bro.
Just my arms and like stuff. I was like, oh, okay,
I licked it
that
off
was
my
good.
body.
It was good beer.
Like I can't.
I think I would respect
Got it right in my crotch. Figured out how to suck my own dick.
I think I
Learned
would.
some new
I
things
think
that day.
Seriously, I think I would respect you less if you didn't lick it off your own.
There you
body.
go. It's a waste
I
of
have done
beer.
the same thing.
That's a waste of beer.
So, I mean, who does?
We don't waste beer, bro.
Exactly.
People
Finger-
don't do this. I don't know why this is like a. This is like
Yeah.
he's like not gonna lie,
What?
but I spilled beer on myself and licked it up. I'm like, that's
What?
I
what you
do.
do.
I do that every fucking damn time I spill a beer.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what
You know what?
goodness is.
I know what my own fucking the soap that I wash my clothes tastes like because I have sucked beer out of my shirt just because I was like, oh dear God, I can't believe I did that. It was the principle
None
of the
goes to
thing,
waste.
not because I was literally trying to get every
Yeah,
drop. It
right.
was just the principle.
Yeah, I love the comment right now. Donna, she says, "Been there, done that. Beer bath, alcohol abuse."
Yeah. Hey, it's good for your hair, man.
Cheers!
Donna,
Hell yeah, Donna.
Galvin.
Shout out
Straight
Donna
up.
from Silver Dollar Saloon.
Shout out.
It is good for your hair.
Oh, is it
Beer?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
should have
the
beer-
shampoo I use has some
beer-
stout in it.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that nice?
Yeah.
It wasn't
It's
for
awesome.
the
Try drinking
If
it.
it wasn't for the fact that we're not
I have
supposed to
not.
water our lawns and shit, I would be bathing in my old beer and in the beer and even the failed beers. I'd bathe in it instead of watering my lawn. But my lawn is so poor looking. Holy shit!
Oh, so you use the beer to water your lawn?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
Dude,
Does that help?
Yeah.
Dude, he has a
Oh, yeah, it
lush
does.
garden.
Really?
A very lush
man,
garden in his
I
front
gotta
yard.
tell you, I've poured out $20 beers onto my lawn because they were shit.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
tasted
yeah.
like shit, and I didn't even care that I paid that much. There's no way I was going to take another sip after the second sip.
We're
Yeah, we've been there.
recently.
You got to make sure, right?
Yeah.
The first one could just be like, oh.
Yeah.
The second one, if you're like, oh.
At least.
Then-
At beer camp, we tried a handful of beers from reputable companies. Shit. Absolute
It was gross.
horse shit.
Really?
Some pretty bad
Some of
ones.
the worst things I've ever put in my mouth. And I put some weird shit in my mouth.
And no naming names.
Oh, yeah.
naming names.
Yeah.
but
No. We're not
really.
going to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
okay.
I probably had the worst IPA I've ever had in my life. Was
Ryan and
Wow.
I don't
The
know
worst
that.
sour. I've had the worst sour.
Well, that one, yeah. I mean, I'm sure if people who like sours probably would like that. but
Maybe.
we don't.
Maybe. I don't know.
None of us like sour.
I can stand it sometimes. Like the test that you had, I could stand it. I could stand it. To me, they were worse. What was I gonna say? Ryan and I don't usually ever throw away beer. We said that's a sin.
It's true.
Most of us threw away some of these beers.
I drank it, you pussies.
He drank the one beer, the sour beer,
Pour mine into Garrett's
It
cup.
did taste like shit.
which is
Okay.
so weird because
That-
he
yeah.
didn't like the Ultra Vest. He wouldn't finish them. I did, but he took these. And
If
I
you're
think they're
drunk
worse.
enough, I mean, really, if you're drunk enough, I guess you.
Shia, God damn.
That was jarring. Holy shit.
It's a shitty
Shia LaBeouf
beer. I don't want to
Fuck.
drink it. Oh, okay, Shia, I'll drink the beer.
If we had him there, you know.
Cheering us
I
on.
would have had to
Yeah.
check it. I would have had to check it.
I actually just recently tried a sour that I actually enjoyed. It was Dark Swan by Lagunitas.
Oh, I haven't had that.
It's like blackberry or mulberry or some
Yeah,
bullshit berry like that.
every
It's
time-
not
Nosberry.
It's not.
It's Nosberry.
But it's not fucking raspberry. I don't care how purple it is. It's not goddamn raspberry. Don't be stupid, people.
Yeah.
Don't say raspberry. Anyway, it's good.
I
Like
have this-
the sour really, it works very well with that beer.
There was this one we had from the dudes, and it was like grape something, and it was pretty good. It wasn't a sour though. I don't think. I don't know. It was kind of tangy, but is that a sour? Every sour I've had is just like way too fucking sour, and it's just bitter and overbearing. But
Yeah.
I can't tell. I can't remember what it was called, but it's
Yeah.
like it's the dudes brewing, and they hooked us up with a 4-pack of them, and it was pretty good.
By far, the
not bad.
only sour that I've absolutely loved was from Barley Forge, and it's brewed with huckleberry, and it was goddamn delicious.
Okay, I'll try
It
that.
was so good. I think it's called Wedding Tackle You can
Crash.
find it. It's
Okay.
only, I think you can only find it over at the brewery.
Probably because you
Okay.
have
In
the plug
Costa Mesa, so
Well, I
not too
would've crashed
far.
regardless. I
Okay.
want to know what's wrong.
But it's
Alright.
so good. I think it's
I
so
thought
hot
it
in
would've been
here.
cool.
It's so hot in here. It's probably just overheated.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's what happened last time when we had
That's
it.
what-
plugged in.
like, if
Someone
it's-
can go save it.
If it's plugged in, it'll crash with heat. If it's unplugged,
Should I try
it'll
to
crash
save it?
without battery.
battery. What?
Try
Try
to
it.
save it.
See,
Damn,
unplug it. See
just-
what happens.
I don't-
Part 2, we back.
If
Yeah.
you want.
Keep talking. Keep moving.
Yeah, keep going. See what's going on.
Okay, so getting back to the jalapeno, the reason why I go low carbonation on it is because I've tried it with the higher carbonation, and the higher the carbonation,
Sorry, I wanted to break out. I was like, that would be a fucking hilarious marketing point. Low carb. Nation. And then, like on the bottle, just put everything, and then
Yeah,
large,
low carb.
large,
I love it.
large font, low carb, and then in very small.
I love
font,
it.
Benation.
That would be
Carbonation.
good.
And then
Oh,
the
I
low
love
carb will grab people's attention, and like even people that are like, "What, a low carb
Low
beer? That's
carb
blasphemy!"
beer.
Like they'll look at it regardless. It'll grab attention, and then like low carb. Benation.
Oh, Garrett, I'm gonna have to.
It's hot. It's like fire.
Unplug it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
unplug it and restart it, or restart the
How
feed.
come there's because of the mic on it, huh?
yeah,
I was gonna say, how come there's no
We've-
little fan or something?
We've been
but-
trying to figure out this whole live feed thing. Every single time we do it, there's something different wrong, and right now, it just keeps crashing.
It's been getting hot, and
It's
we can't have it charging while it's going because then it crashes. 'cause
overheat.
It's too hot.
Hey, what's your guys' give me money thing?
Patreon.com/Humpcast.
Okay, let's get them a Dyson, one of those
Fan.
quiet airflow
Yeah.
blade things or whatever, the ones that don't have a fan. It's not oscillating. There's no sound. It's just cool. And you can direct it right there
Right at the
and
fan.
hopefully
Right at
not
the
get any
iPod.
sound from
Oh,
it.
we're back. I think. No.
Nope.
I saw.
No back yet?
I saw a thing. Never mind. Oh, you posted it. Good.
What?
No, part 2. What?
Oh,
You just very close.
Now you made.
The low carbonation, you get all the flavor, and then you get the carbonation that helps build the head, and that's it.
Okay.
So there is method to the madness.
Yeah, I noticed that before that you didn't have that. These weren't very highly. I mean, it doesn't taste much different, without the carbonation. That's that's like you said. It reflects your flavor rather than just the fact that it's carbonated or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's all because of the broken beak.
Right.
Which is so interesting. Like you wouldn't think that would be a thing. Like oh, you'd be bad at it because of that. You know what I mean?
No.
Bad at making
Like,
beer, bad at something.
because you
that
can't
would be a
smell?
thing.
Yeah,
because you can't smell.
sorry.
Oh, you'd be
Alright,
bad
Oh,
at.
sorry. There's an echo.
Yeah.
Making sure we're good.
All right, we are good.
No,
We're back, by the way. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, like a lot of times when I'm making custom cocktails, I will use my nose to kind of help guide where I'm going. Broken beak to me would say, okay, it's not gonna be as good or as easy, but you actually somehow are better. You're better at this.
Well, shit. Thank you. It's all just because it comes from not just that, but also. To be honest, I got to give a lot of credit to my brother Joshua because he and I have done. I mean, we spent over a year and a half just spending thousands of dollars buying beer upon beer upon beer, finding these beers that had these flavors that we were excited about and just got let down. And this was back when a lot of the really rare beers you can't even get nowadays, you're spending like fucking 12 goddamn dollars on. We were getting them for $6, $7, $8 at the high end and shit like that. Hop 15, I was finding that on the freaking shelves. I can't find it anywhere now. And when I do, it's like $7, $8 and shit. And that's like my first favorite double IPA like ever of all
Hop 15,
time.
that's
Hey, Port Brewing.
Port Brewing,
Hi.
yeah, that's right.
You should send me some. But
You should
I
send
don't know
us
if
all
I ever
some.
had that one.
Oh my god!
I gotta
it's
try it
so
now.
good. Yeah, Hop,
If you like it, I
Hop-
have to try it
Yeah,
now.
Hop 15 is awesome. It is.
I think I got it
is
recently.
I've seen that. It's like the
blisteringly hoppy. Like it's citrus in your face.
it's like the interstate signs, right? That's like sort of on the label. It's an interstate highway sign.
Well, it's round. It looks like a porthole. Like you're looking
Maybe I'm
out of
thinking
a
of a different one.
porthole, and it looks like B-52 bomber silhouettes flying overhead.
Totally not what you're
dropping,
talking
Different one,
hops
different one.
into a giant glass.
Last
Seemed
time I
like a
looked through
highway
it's-
one.
Last time I looked through a porthole, by the way.
It is seriously it is
chasing a rabbit.
one of the best freaking double IPAs ever.
I'm gonna try to find it, man.
Oh yeah. Oh my lord.
Okay. So
But you
bring
can't
out.
find it anymore. And so we spent all this freaking money and find all these beers that claimed flavors and this and that. And if it was a chili beer that had a specific chili, it was too hot and you couldn't taste shit. And
Yeah.
then it didn't taste like anything except like, well, I can't tell what the fuck that tastes like. And then blueberry tasted like blueberry flavoring.
Snozberries.
Tastes like
Tastes like
Yeah.
snozberries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totes, totes, totes.
Sick reference, bro.
Wow, you guys are on. Nice.
Sick reference, though.
Welcome to
thanks,
Humpcast.
bud.
Did
Your
Ricky-
references are out of
did Ricky
control.
say it
Everyone
too?
knows that.
I did. We all three
All
of
three of
us
us
said it.
Yeah, I was surprised you guys didn't all
The
do that.
snozberries taste like snozberries.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
So it just really ended up being a find the flavor, get disappointed, and you know what? Fuck it. I want to brew a beer that has this, so I'll just get the flavor I want by doing it myself.
Cool, cool.
Could you?
So let's
Here's the last beer.
let's
Okay, what is the size on?
Oh, this is the lemon saison.
Well, cheers.
All right, here we go.
let's open this guy up and then get into some stories.
Now we gotta talk about this dog.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Well,
We
obviously.
gotta talk about this.
Obviously, someone coming here raping all the kids.
Raping all the kids.
I don't know. I forgot what the thing was. I'm drunk.
Get on your memes, bro.
Come on, bro.
Open up a
Obviously.
blog.
Come on, dog.
That fucking Peño, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Here. Sorry.
I'm telling you, like from the very first day I was here, when I told you guys, every IPA you drink from here on out, you're gonna remember that jalapeno, and it's
Yeah, it's
and
so
it's
true.
not and it's not bragging. It's just because the way the jalapeno flavor, fire roasting the jalapeno flavor works with the hops, it makes sense. The only other thing that I've tasted that made the absolute most sense in an IPA is guava. That is the
yeah.
most stankiest, amazing freaking fruit that you could put. And I wish I could remember who made it. I was at LA Beer Week. I think it was like their second or third one. Thank you. And either way, it was amazing, and it made sense.
Right.
I drank it and I was like, well, why didn't I think of this?
Okay, well, tell us about this guy here.
This is a lemon saison.
Okay, so this is a Belgian style beer.
Which I want to try the beer and I want to see if the name I picked will fit.
All right.
Let's try this. It smells real good. It smells real good.
Oh, wow.
That's so refreshing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so good.
That's
Wow.
it's a good summer beer there.
It's almost like a nice, refreshing lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. You were thinking what King Kong
Oh, man, that's
lemon
real
saison or
Well, that was the initial idea I had. Okay, I was drunk one
Use
night.
it, bro.
I was
Universal.
drunk one night, and I was with my my brother Joshua and my sister-in-law Anna. We were standing in the kitchen doing what we normally do, and that's just bullshitting, cooking, just having a good time and junk. She busts out these fucking gigantic ass lemons from her dad's tree, and she brought home this huge bag, and these freaking things are just like they're ridged and they're just fucking freaks.
yeah.
And the very first thing I thought is those are some King Kong size lemons.
Nice.
And the play on and the rhyme King Kong lemon saison.
Bruh.
It stuck. Well, I've never made a saison. I don't even like Belgian beers that much. I mean, I have literally maybe 2 Belgian beers that I was like, I could get past the Belgianiness of it. But this one just for some reason made sense to me in that drunk moment. And I've actually came up with a lot of beers in a drunk moment.
It makes sense.
So,
Most of the shit we come up with is in a drunk moment.
Totes.
I was actually lucky enough to have a paper and pen and not, I'll remember it. And I also have a mirror in my bedroom and some dry erase markers, so I constantly go in there and scrawl some shit. And
There you go.
And then I have
go
to
all fucking accountant on that. Like
exactly.
beer,
And then I have
things,
to interpret
ratios.
I interpret it the next day, and I come up with something. And
Sounds
anyway,
like my comedy notes. I have to go. Most of them don't make any fucking sense. I have to try and remember what they mean. It's like dick fingers. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
He just has the word odorlay.
It just says dick finger. Like I have that on
There's
my. I
no
have that.
con- no
I have no
context.
fucking idea where that came from, but I have that note, dick fingers, and it's already a funny thing. Maybe that's just what I thought. Like, what if you had fingers for dicks? I don't know.
Yeah, you have to go all
What if
like
you had-
National Treasure on your own fucking notes. Like,
Yeah,
what does it
that's
mean?
What does it mean?
Wow.
What if you had dicks for fingers or fingers for
Fingers
dick?
for dicks.
Yeah.
Then sexual assault wouldn't be sexual assault. It'd just be straight out rape.
Dun dun dun.
You took it there.
Straight up.
Well, I'm just saying that'd be terrible.
Shall we get into Shall we get into some stories?
Then I guess you could really grab people by the pussy.
No, okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go. Get away from this conversation. Go.
I may have some news for you. Go ahead.
Entertainment news, everybody. This just broke out. I'm not gonna get to this story. I have a question for you. News story that'll make you guys a little tingly in the fans. Okay, we need to move on from that. I need to get away from that real quick.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears.
All right, everyone. So you may have noticed Ricky C. not stories today. Ryan has one, right?
I got one, yeah, but like I said, I just moved, so like I don't have a laptop right now. It's somewhere.
It's somewhere. Somewhere.
It's like,
Somewhere.
I
yeah.
kid you not. He's like, I'm like, hey, where's your laptop? He's like, I can't find it. I'm moving.
It's
somewhere.
though. It is somewhere.
It might be in my car, but there's also everything in my car right now. So
Yeah.
So yeah, but there's a few things we're gonna talk about. One of them is actually a movie I watched this weekend, but I'll get into that later. The first one is actually no,
Boss Baby 5.
Boss Baby 5.
How are they making so many sequels every week?
Because people will pay $1 bajillion to go see them. I did go to the movie theater this weekend. 3 major releases happening, and I saw one of them. I'll tell you the first one, which is okay, no, I didn't. 4 major releases. I didn't realize that was so far down.
Boss Baby 5.
Boss Baby 6.
Oh shit.
Already in theaters.
That's quick.
the bossoning.
Just fucking cranking those shit out.
Yeah, no. All right, so number 1 this weekend. If you have a family or you like this franchise, I'm kind of over it. Despicable Me 3. Yeah. That was number 1 with $72 million
Holy shit.
on a budget of
Christ.
80. So good for them.
Wow.
For sure, overseas, everything, they're definitely going to get their money back.
They're gonna get a second ride at Universal Studios to take
Yeah,
out,
second
take out
ride.
Transformers.
Dude, fuck.
No, actually, that Transformers ride I liked a lot.
No, the Transformers ride is fun, but I'm saying it's
The movie, the ride's
people are
better
getting
than the
tired of-
movie.
People are getting tired of
Yeah.
Transformers.
Yeah, but the ride's better than the movie. I'll tell you that for Transformers. Despicable Me, the ride's cool, but I'm cool with 1. I don't think they're going to do 2. Despicable Me 3, that came in at number 1. Kind of not really too much of a surprise. You didn't have anything really great as far as a family film is concerned. Cars 3 was the last one, and that was nowhere near anything good as far as the first one. The first one was the best, and that was it. Excuse me. Number 2. I did see this. Baby Driver.
Oh.
Boss
Baby Driver.
Boss Baby.
Damn, already. Crossover. No. Damn.
All right, so
that quick.
yeah, on it. Boss Baby. Fuck me. I was gonna say Boss Baby Driver. Shit.
We need to see that movie
man.
now.
He killed him.
I think someone needs to make that mashup.
You're welcome, Hollywood.
Boom. I just signed you a check. Boss Baby Driver. Edgar Wright's newest film, if you're unfamiliar, Edgar Wright is someone, he was behind the Cornetto trilogy, so you have Shaun of the Dead, you have Hot Fuzz, the World's End.
World's End.
And he was attached and working on Ant-Man for 8 years before the MCU even started.
Oh wow.
I forgot about all that.
Yeah, he left the project because they changed directions with Iron Man to something very different. But he has now put out this brand new film, and it is, real quick, not going to give a full review, fucking awesome.
Ooh. Okay.
Got it.
I'm not. It's not the best movie in the world, but it was like for what the trailers gave me, and for what I was expecting, it actually met and exceeded my expectations. So that is very rare nowadays, especially with different companies making these trailers. Sometimes they'll give away too much. Sometimes they'll put all the funny jokes in there. You know, all that. That was not the case in this promotion. I saw something that I was like, okay, I'm kind of interested. Like, I wasn't, like, super on board. And then the last trailer came, I'm like, oh, I want to go see it. So I saw it, and it is fucking good. If you are on the fence about watching Baby Driver, definitely go check it out. If you're not on the fence, think about being on that fence and then fall onto the side of going to go see this movie.
It's just such a bad title.
It's
That's just a bad name, right?
It's because no one knows what it's about. People want to be, like, they want... Okay, what am I gonna go see? I want that in the title. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Someone's gonna get revenge, and there's Transformers. Fast and the Furious.
Fallen.
Yeah.
I actually, though, I did like it though in the trailer where is that who the fuck is that? Kevin Spacey? Yeah. When Kevin Spacey says. What's his name?
I found
baby Einstein in a go-kart. Like, I think that actual tagline, the fact that they left that as like the last thing that he says before it goes doomed to the credits of the trailer and shit.
Yeah.
I think that specific line there really sums up the name of why it's called Baby Driver.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes the title make more sense.
Well, I guess it becomes a joke in itself.
Because he's
maybe.
a young guy or something like that. I guess
Also,
it puts a little context to it.
His code name is Baby. So think.
Oh,
okay.
really?
So I'm without giving.
Oh, it's that obvious?
Yes.
Fuck. Well, it puts everything that I was saying that had some subtlety to it.
No.
Shut down.
Well, fuck me.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Okay, so one thing that was very interesting, I went to go see this with my girlfriend, and she is pretty notorious for kind of seeing a lot of the plot coming as it comes. Like, you know, it's being unfolded, and she's like, oh, this is going to happen.
Well, she watches Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah. Ryan
Lots
Day.
of practice. Lots of practice. Oh, my God.
Hasn't tell. He goes to somewhere else now.
He goes to jail.
He goes to jail.
I wonder what was going to happen.
It's a Christmas vacation.
Pirates of the Caribbean. I wonder what the plot of that would be.
Tyler Perry's on the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I bet you there's a pirate. Oh, I was right.
Haunted Mansion. There might be something crazy going on.
A ghost is going to come out. Call it.
All right.
No, much better than that.
This guy is...
I brought a surprise beer, by the way. I'm just going to interrupt real quick.
Oh, cool. What is that?
It's a Modern Times
did you bring some for all of us?
Oh, thank you for sharing this
It's
track.
a double IPA. I'll give you guys a little taste. You guys want some of this?
Yeah.
It's a dank tropical double IPA.
I was sideballing that sucker, wondering what the heck you had going on there.
Yeah, a little secret, right? Kind of bring something new.
Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice.
Ricky with the secrets.
I brought my own little secret. See, Jeremy brought his own. I got the memo. I got the memo for it.
You guys are all fucking in cahoots.
There you go.
You got tiny freaking food.
Anyway, Baby Driver was good, huh?
Yeah, Baby Driver was very good. So in the trailer, they say his name is Baby. Like, they said that in some of the trailers. So if you've seen more than one trailer, or if you've seen one of them that says that, his name is Baby. His goes by Baby.
Okay.
This is a heist film, very much a heist film with him as a very great driver. This is one thing I loved about it, and not giving too much away. It's based in reality with little things taken from it that'll sort of like give it that style. So like, let's take Fast and Furious. They never crash. They never have any problems. They never have, any sort of thing going on that'll hinder their driving. It's just smooth. Everything looks like a stunt. Like the streets are open. That type of shit. No.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced Ludacris knows how to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
You know how to read.
This. Yeah, we don't know. I don't think he knows how to read.
Well, that's Vin Diesel.
He can barely rap.
This one takes place in a lot of reality. There's a lot of shit that goes on that, like, you know, the driver didn't foresee because it's fucking reality.
That's great.
But at the same time, there's a lot of style going on. Edgar Wright, if you've seen any of his films, they have this sort of unique style that you can't really tell sometimes if it's fake or not fake. And one thing is that I found out, he uses a choreographer. There's a lot of musical beats. He uses a lot of different music for this movie.
Well,
not just classic. He used classic rock, some jazz, some old school stuff. A lot of like really cool different songs to change not only the narrative but the style and the way he. If you see the trailer, Baby has some sort of tinnitus, so he has these earbuds in all the time. And when he's playing the music, it makes the whole beat of the movie change.
That's
when he
cool.
plays the music, and it's so cool.
I've been hearing nothing but good things about this
It
movie.
is so
I
fun.
do really want to see this movie.
It looks amazing.
I love everything Edgar Wright has so far done.
Edgar Wright in an interview said he had the idea for the soundtrack before he even wrote the movie.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of like an
makes so much
opera,
sense.
he said, sort of.
A little bit, yeah. Like I wouldn't go as far as a musical. No one in there is
Well, that's what he-
singing a
yeah.
song like as
Right.
changes the narrative.
It's like music videos.
But yeah,
I
kind of
totally
like that.
get that. Yeah, I
And
totally get it.
I love that. I love that because
That's
it's someone that when I listen to music, I see the music videos in my head. Like that's exactly what I like. Is something different every time.
I gotta watch this.
That and there's some crazy shit that you don't expect. To be honest, so check that out.
Transformers.
Transformers.
There's some Transformers.
Yeah, number 3, Transformers. The last night. Still not doing super good in the domestic box office. But it made all its money back overseas, and that's really what I think they're
That's what it's all about.
that's what they're doing.
Tourists.
Yeah.
Money.
So domestically made 102 million in total, 17 this weekend on a budget of 217, but overseas made over their budget. Number 4, Wonder Woman, holding on strong and breaking records.
Yeah, there we go.
It surpassed Batman v Superman as
Pussy
the number
grabs
one.
back.
She was pregnant during
Hashtag.
that movie.
Yeah,
man.
they green screened her tummy.
Crazy. That's so awesome.
And
Crazy.
It's
She
a
really
good,
is.
It's
She's
a
a
good
Wonder
movie.
Woman.
Women be crazy creatures.
Yeah, man.
True. It was a good movie. I liked it, and it's going
a great
further.
movie.
Good for it.
Great movie.
Great movie. Check it out. Number 5, Cars 3.
I'm a car.
Wow. Check out my Lightning. Wow.
There's another race?
I'm fast.
I have to win this
Buy the
one.
toys. Wow. That's it.
It's the way I feel about all the Rocky movies as of the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Same shit.
Number
I won't give up. I can't even move, but
It's about how much you can get hit, and then keep
on
moving forward. What's in your heart?
I don't know. All right. Have you checked out Creed though?
No.
have not
shit,
seen
no,
Creed.
I have not seen it. And I
Fucked
actually,
up.
I do want to see that just because.
Check out Creed, dude.
Won an Oscar,
it
right? That won
seems
a couple
like the
Oscars.
best.
Fucked up.
If you were going to reboot a franchise, that just from seeing the trailers seems like the best way to do it because, at least from what I've seen from the trailers, they integrate Rocky, they integrate the character, and they birth a new franchise.
Check out Creed
It-
for sure.
Yeah, it looks like a good movie. I just haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
The first show I was ever on, you guys were talking about movies I hadn't seen and a couple other movies I hadn't seen 2 years previous, and I still didn't even have a smartphone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Welcome to the world, Jeremy.
Welcome
well,
to
I think I already-
2012.
I think I already credited you guys. Like, it was that last little push being on that first show
To
with
get you-
guys
to get you
that
on
I was
Instagram.
just like,
You guys,
know what?
I found technology.
Yeah.
Wait, I can have
just
boobies in
gotta
my
do it.
pocket?
Because exactly. Exactly.
That's all it took.
I don't have to have a laptop.
Yeah.
It's how
No one
it took.
jerks off on a laptop anymore.
It's all mobile now.
Better not.
Yeah.
Break
Time to
can't
go
be stealth
mobile.
with the laptop.
Time to go mobile.
Time
And I'm
to
sorry.
make the titties go mobile.
Tablets are still way too big. You want to see them big titties, but you want to have to hold them big titties.
Yeah.
There you go. That's why Samsung and iPhone made their phones water resistant, so you can bring them in the shower and see the titties.
I saw a movie
Smart.
yesterday.
And there's also the flip sideways.
And the flip
Yeah.
sideways, yes.
Yep.
I saw a movie yesterday.
What'd you see?
Was it
was
a
that?
porno?
No. Well, besides that, yeah, it was. It was the Eagles of Death Metal documentary, the one by Colin Hanks.
Oh no shit!
It was fucking good. Yeah, it's a really good documentary. It's on HBO.
This is the first time you watched it?
Yeah,
Oh, well, it's newish, right?
it came out early this year.
Is
Yeah.
that just based off of what happened in
Sort of.
France, or
So-
is that off
Kinda.
of
It's-
before that and that?
It's what happened that night, and then a little backstory
Can we
on.
explain for everyone? You're just saying that night. What
Okay,
happened?
so at the Eagles of Death Metal are a rock band who were in Paris and had a terrorist attack on them and their fans at a theater that they were playing, and they killed I think about 87 people or 89 people or
Looking
something.
up right now.
Yeah,
Or maybe even more, but
89.
it was yeah. So it was more, but they also had other attacks throughout the city. But a lot of they had to be there, and it went on for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
these guys just going around just gunning
it was
people
the
down.
3 attacks simultaneously.
Right.
That's right. Cafe.
And it's another one was a soccer event.
yeah,
and then this
yeah.
concert.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they kind of get in. It's so they talk about that, but that's not all that it's about. They kind of give a little bit of they give you a little backstory of how the band came to be and who these people are. So I mean, obviously it helps the narrative because then you kind of feel what kind of shit they went through on that night, you know?
Yeah.
And it's fucking nuts, man. Like that whole band is like lucky to be alive. Like every
yeah.
because they took out a bunch of their crew, and like
Jeez.
and fans were helping them get out of the venue and stuff. And one of the guitarists was locked in a bathroom for like 2 hours. And then the guy who was trying to come in just ended up just blowing himself up to like
Oh, fuck.
like just trying to get him, you know, and it was
Jesus
like
Christ,
just some
dude.
crazy shit. Yeah, and just so many people. And the guy, and when Jesse, the singer, Boots Electric, when he's describing it, he was just like, he's like, it wasn't like the fucking movies. he was like, there was panic, and you know, there's people dead. I don't know if they are dead or playing dead. There's just piles of bodies, and people are hiding under bodies.
Yeah.
And then,
Which,
and
by the way, is a great tactic that
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
people
yeah.
don't think about.
Yeah.
And then he said, and he's trying to like figure out what he's gonna do, and he can taste the blood in the air, like I can taste pennies. I was like, fuck, dude, there's like a mist of blood everywhere, like that. The way he's describing it, and he and the people behind him, that when he was running out, ended up getting shot in the head, and he got out like just in time.
Fuck.
Wow.
That's
Said
fucking
the
crazy,
fucking
dude.
blood was. He's like, and he's like describing. He's crying. He's like, their fucking heads exploded like next to me. You know, it's just like Jesus. You know,
Jeez. dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from the what happened at the Ariana Grande thing. but
Oh yeah, well, but I don't
holy
think that's
shit.
it's great that
That's
you brought that up
crazy.
because I thought this didn't get nearly as much press as what happened there.
Of course not, because
Exactly.
they're not
That's
as
what
popular.
I thought. It was that, and that's the first thing I thought is she got so much more. Like it was
Yeah.
in the freaking press for almost 2 weeks and shit.
Right.
Whereas
This was like a week, maybe a few days.
It was a couple of days at most, and only because it was a triple attack,
Right.
and
Right.
shit like that. Like, and it was
And they weren't,
actually
you know,
they found it was a coordinated cell.
Right.
It wasn't just one or maybe 2 people or something like that. I think it was just one person actually for Ariana Grande.
Yeah. For this play,
The
well,
lone
this,
wolf thing, but
yeah.
that was coordinated, and it
And
still
it-
got the least amount. Like
The attack on
damn.
the theater was 3 people, I think, 3 or 4 people or something like that, and they had automatic.
yeah.
They were just spraying the crowd. Like,
Yep. Before they went in, after they got in,
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah. It just. I hope it wasn't because of the fame, but if that's Anyway, that's
Yeah, it's crazy. And then the shit. Well, I mean, just the fact that they didn't get any sort of dispatch until like 2.5 hours in, so they were trapped in this fucking theater. All these
Right.
people are trapped in this theater with no police for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Was Ariana Grande even in the
It was
building when the real shit went down?
I think it was
or-
after the
probably
concert.
not. It was the
had-
concert.
after the
The concert
concert,
was
but-
letting out.
Oh yeah,
Right.
She was still
that's
there.
Right, that's right.
So
So,
they
okay,
had
so
just
she was
finished
still
up.
there, but she was protected in her back room. It wasn't during it. Okay, so yeah, it was way worse. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's both. It's all bad, but
Right.
fuck.
Yeah, it's all bad. It's all
Yeah,
bad.
it's pretty
But
nuts, man.
you're gonna put a priority on. I'm sorry, I'm getting way too pontificate.
Yeah.
I guess there's more
I'm-
kids though. There's more kids
I'm
there.
pontificating.
Sure. But
yeah, and that's what's shitty too. Like going after these young ones, like they're
Yeah.
technically innocents by this
Right,
part.
exactly.
You know, like,
Yep.
they don't know any better to be at
Yeah.
the Ariana Grande concert.
Oh my God! When I was reading this story, I completely thought about you, Ryan.
Why? What?
Oh my God! The fucked up jokes that were going through my
Oh, yeah.
head.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was.
Did you see what I put when I
yes,
posted it?
Yes, I did, and I got to tell you,
what was it?
3 hours.
I just said
3 hours before that, I had been thinking the same thing.
I just said there's
And
so
a
many
couple
jokes.
of-
There's so many jokes to be made right now, and I was like, but I'll save it for another day.
And you did, and it was classy. I liked it. I think it was like a day later or something like that you.
No, I don't think I said anything, but what?
Either
I
way,
did. I forgot what I said though.
it was. The jokes,
Yeah, it
the
was funny.
one-liners that
Well,
went through my head, I was just like, anyway.
Anyway, the documentary is
Moving
really
on.
good, and it's about. So, like I said, it's that they give they go into detail about what their experiences were at that theater, and then what happened afterwards, and it kind of leads up to the whole their return to Paris the year after.
Oh, okay.
And anybody who survived the attacks were invited to come in for free for this concert. And the fact that 2 weeks later, U2 invited them on stage in Paris to perform with them, which was very cool.
Uh-huh.
Like U2 was performing, and they were told to cancel their show after
really?
their attack. Yeah, because they were in town. So after Eagles of Death Metal had that shit go on, U2 reached out, said they didn't cancel their dates, and invited them to come and perform for them, or perform with them in this giant fucking arena. They sent them a private
shit.
jet, just said, whatever it's going to take for you guys to come out, we want you here.
Wow.
It was like really cool, yeah.
That's fucking
Fucking
awesome.
Bono, man.
Yep. But it's a great documentary. You should watch it. So it's directed by Colin Hanks, who's, great
Tom
actor.
Hanks' son?
Tom Hanks' son.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Very good actor.
Yeah,
Orange County.
great movie, yeah.
Best.
I,
the
I
great
feel
movie
like
Orange
I
County.
want to know how tough that was for him because, like, even right now, I just said Tom Hanks' son. He does a lot of great
Does a lot
shit
of stuff,
by
yeah.
himself.
He's done like 3 really good documentaries too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
But I will
he did
still
Band
remember-
of Brothers. That was amazing.
I've never seen that.
Band of Brothers. Oh my gosh,
That's like the World War II sort of
oh,
like
yeah,
doc,
like
sort
it's
of.
a
Wait,
whole
he didn't-
docudrama thing, and he
Oh,
was,
he
He played a
was
part in
in
it. He played a
and-
part in
Oh,
it.
you played a part. Okay.
Oh
no.
yeah, and he was really good.
That's Tom Hanks produced, I think, too.
My brother-in-law, his grandfather was actually one of the guys in Easy Company throughout
no way.
throughout the entire thing.
Oh,
last
shit.
name, can't remember his first name. It was last name Martin, something Martin. Anyway, but yeah, amazing story. If you haven't seen it, you gotta see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I got my
You-
wife into it. And we watched the whole fucking
Yeah,
series.
Oh yeah, Ryan, you'd trip. You would totally.
Yeah,
it's
check
great.
it out.
It's like
Band of
fucking
Brothers.
great.
the longest World War II movie ever.
That's
like
my shit too.
Dude, it's so
longer
fucking
than
good.
Saving Private Ryan.
It's like Private
and
Ryan, but like on fucking
it's
crack,
so
dude.
in depth, and it goes through this entire company's like every single battle from. They were from the beginning.
Just front lines throughout the whole
landing
entire
at
thing.
Normandy to behind.
Yeah.
Anyway, you get the idea. It's
Always on the
amazing.
front
Yeah,
line.
it's
It's
awesome.
crazy.
And it is star-studded as all fuck. I mean,
Really?
Yep.
yeah.
Has anybody-
Tons of cameos.
I know we're off on a fucking tangent here, but what about the movie with Brad Pitt on Netflix?
Count?
What?
The count?
No.
What?
Brad Pitt on the
Oh, Brad Pitt.
on Netflix. What?
I don't know. I was
Brad Pitt,
I-
the one
yeah.
where he plays the guy, the fucking like general who took the soldiers to Iraq.
Oh yeah, what about it?
Has anybody watched it? Is it
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I heard good things, but I haven't
The
watched
last
it.
thing I heard about was Fury.
Yeah, I saw Furry.
No,
No, this is
Furry.
This is different.
it's a Netflix only movie where he plays
World War II porn.
Fury,
Oh shit!
where he
They're
plays.
fucking in a tank.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, totally.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Bradley Pitts.
No, I think they're I think there
War
is a
Machine.
porn
War
star.
Machine. It's
War
supposed to be a really good
Machine.
movie.
War Machine. Okay.
That's like one of the first Netflix full length feature films that they put out with these big stars.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
I've never even heard this.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and I've been hearing that it's kind of funny. Actually, that's it. Kind of looks
Really?
like it's like a comedy. It's a dramedy, basically,
The fuck?
based on this dude, like a real guy.
Weird. I
Yeah.
gotta watch it.
Now we gotta check it out. Anyway, Garrett,
Moving on.
Sorry.
Oh hey, what's up, guys? What was the last thing I even said? Cars 3. That caused that caused that tension. By the way, as you can see, how fucking
Wow. I'm a World War II car.
yeah, wow,
I'm a tank.
Colin Hanks. Wow.
We were driving.
Yeah. Coming number 6. This is why I bring this up. Came in wide release. Big names. Shitty performance.
Shia LaBeouf.
Ooh.
The House.
Oh, really?
Will Ferrell, Amy Poehler.
Wow.
oh, maybe people are getting tired of it.
No, every
Just
review
bad?
I said just bad.
Wow.
I mean, you kind of know what you're getting. At
Also,
this point,
no.
though.
Also,
Yeah.
at the same time,
That's
most
true.
of the time, studios will give a press release or a press premiere at least a week or two in advance.
That's a bad idea.
For most movies, especially ones they're proud of, they'll do it months in advance sometimes.
Okay.
This movie, no press premiere. Whenever any studio does that, it is a gigantic red flag of this movie sucks dick. If you have no reviews coming out the week before, it's because they have not given any sort of press premiere or press release, press show screenings, and it's because they're trying to hide it. Everything I saw said this is just them at their worst.
So they're giving. They have to pay some actors because the actors are on contract somehow.
Here's
some
a
way.
check. Go do this movie. Okay. I'll do it.
And they can write
Thank
off
you
the
for
movie
that.
as a loss.
So you get The House, everyone.
Thank you for that.
One movie, I can't tell if this is good or bad because I don't know 100% if this was meant to be in a super wide release.
Oh boy, I bet it's bad.
The Little Hours.
Oh, this actually looked good.
What is this one?
That's the one with Aubrey Plaza where they're playing all the
Oh yeah,
crazy
yeah,
nuns.
yeah. What happened?
It's
But-
bad.
No, like I haven't heard anything about it. But no, actually, I have heard a few good things about it. It's just no one knew about it.
Right.
well,
it wasn't wide release.
Wasn't wide
right?
release.
It was just
I think
very-
it's a small.
very indie.
I'm willing to say I have to do more research. I'm willing to say this is a smaller release.
Yeah.
Little Hours.
It's definitely a small release, dude.
first.
Limited release, I should say.
Yeah. There's no budget release. There's no anything, but it made about $61,000. So good for it.
Wow,
What was the
not
budget for
bad.
that? I mean, the budget wasn't crazy.
No, I'm sure this looked like it looks like a movie they could have shot in 2 weekends.
Right.
That came out at number 29. So
Okay.
let's see exactly what it's supposed to do later. All right, let's go. Moving on. Coming out this weekend, we have to go see this. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That sounds. That looks so fucking good too.
Of the critics that
Friday.
of the critics, I'm working. Fuck. Sunday.
We'll talk about this after.
I'm
Okay,
coming
we'll
back
talk-
from camping, but I think I'm gonna go. I think I'll go
Nice,
Saturday.
dude.
There we go.
We'll talk about that
There we go.
Of the critics that I follow, every single one of them says Spider-Man: Homecoming is the best Spider-Man movie that they've seen.
Well, that's
All of them.
a given.
That is all of them. That is Spider-Man
Even Tobey
1,
Maguire?
Spider-Man 2. Okay, so my favorite so far are Spider-Man 1, 2, and not in order. 1, 2, and Amazing Spider-Man 1. The third one of the Sam Raimi film, obviously, with the
Terrible.
Venom, shitty.
The first one was great.
the
Me and
one-
Ricky saw that shit in theaters.
Yeah, the one
I saw
with
both of those in theaters. I think I saw all three of those in theaters.
I went with you.
I've seen
Yeah.
every Spider-Man film in
Well,
theaters.
I did. I saw all three, but I think I
You saw-
always
you
I
saw
went with
the
you and your
first,
dad
yeah.
every single time those movies came out.
Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with overpacked Green Goblin, Electro, and Paul Giamatti as a Rhino.
Dude, I like that
Yeah.
movie, man.
That-
I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck what
no,
anybody says.
I will say there are
was it
redeeming
bad?
qualities. I think there are good
I thought
parts.
the stunts were great. I thought the fucking effects were dope.
As-
I like the
fighting
ending.
scenes were
I
great.
really like the ending of it.
with,
I thought it
with
was
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, the little Spider-Man kid.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's he's gonna fight him himself, and then he's so torn up because Gwen Stacy's dead. Spoilers. And then
But he
he's like,
came
first
back and
I thought you were talking about the second one.
okay, and it
No,
harked,
I was talking about the
Oh, the
second
second one. Okay.
and it harked back to I can't remember. I think it was the second Spider-Man movie with fucking Maguire in it and shit.
Toby.
That there was a little kid in the fucking in the Iron Man costume or whatever and shit like that who ended up being the new fucking Spider-Man, who is the only Spider-Man that has been depicted with an actual accent from where he's from. He's from
Right.
Queens.
What, Queens, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking
he's-
about this new one.
Iron Man 2.
yeah. Yeah.
Wait, wait,
so-
hold on, wait. What's
Yeah, we
back
just skipped
up,
over a
back
lot of
up,
shit.
Back up.
Okay.
I thought we were still on the same page
yeah.
talking
Nope.
about Spider-Man
We just
2.
went over a lot of different things.
We
Oh.
kind of flipped it over. So Iron Man 2, there is a scene where there is a drone.
Like at the end.
Yeah, there's a drone Iron Man, or there's a drone warrior.
It's all the drones of like the different machines that.
They are
Oh.
going
Yeah, yeah.
after Iron Man. They see a kid wearing an Iron Man mask.
Trying to like do the hand thing.
He's like, get away from me. He's a tiny little kid, like maybe I want to say at this time maybe 5 to 7,
Yeah.
5 to 8 maybe. He's doing that. He's like, fuck you, drone. He tries to fucking repulsor blast him.
The drone's about to like blow his fucking
And the drone's
face
about to
off.
blow him up. Real Iron Man comes in and destroys the drone. And he's like, good job, kid. And he just flies off. Apparently, it's been confirmed that that little kid
Was Tom Holland?
Was
was
Peter
Tom,
Parker.
Tom Holland's Peter Parker for this brand new iteration of Spider-Man.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was Peter Parker,
Peter
not
Parker.
Tom. Okay,
Well, Tom Holland is the actor.
okay. I thought. Oh, okay, so that was
It's
Peter
the
Parker.
Peter Parker that
it's
Tom
this-
Holland is
yeah,
playing.
It was not Tom Holland, but
I thought it was
this-
like the same him playing the same fucking guy.
No,
No.
Like he was a little kid then.
We
That
cast
was
him way in advance.
Yeah.
No, they did not.
dreamt of this shit way before.
Yeah.
That's how you made it sound.
crazy.
Yeah, so that's what's going on.
That's
is,
fucking awesome.
Is someone
Yeah,
like
that's cool.
I don't know why. Like someone came up with that theory, and then they just like, yeah, that's
Sure.
That's true.
Let's
Sure,
go with
yeah,
that.
That's the thing.
That sounds
there's
great.
the elements of the truth there, but it's an interesting
I guess.
fucking theory, though.
I mean, of course, like if you're gonna see these actual superheroes come out, like Iron Man, Thor, blah blah blah, all these people, of course they're gonna have these praise, especially the little kids. You don't need to put Spider-Man being this little kid. I want to be Iron Man when I'm a little kid. Like it doesn't. You don't need to do that.
Exactly.
But they did that, so that's what you were talking about.
Exactly.
I like it.
Cool. All right.
Inside.
Besides that, there's really nothing big coming out. There is a Ghost Story, which is a small
Nope,
indie movie.
Not gonna watch that.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
No. The trailer. I mean, trailer.
Fuck that. Spider-Man, dog.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I honestly,
Anything coming out this week is just
It's
fucked.
fucked.
and
Go
I,
fuck
I
yourself.
think that's why is
Yeah, it's
because
just
they're
like,
like, we're not going up to Spider-Man. No,
I don't care. I know. I never heard
Okay.
this. I don't give a fuck about it.
I've Spider-Man. I
That's all
have
that
seen.
matters. That's all that matters. This
I have
weekend.
seen. I have seen a trailer for a Ghost Story. It is by A24, the same people that did. What is the last one? Fucking.
It's
with
called "You Fucked Up" and "Go Fuck Yourself," Spider-Man.
I gotta go pee. Right back.
All right. No, A24 did the last one with it comes at night.
Yeah.
No, they do really good, but very kind of like
I'm actually curious
on the
about
border of indie movies.
I got a clip of it.
Oh, now you f***ed up. Now you f***ed up. Now you f***ed up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's not gonna make any money.
Good job.
It might make $1.
A24 has come up with some good stuff, but very small budget in relation to them, relation to all these other movies. I think it has a very different audience, and that's why they're going for it. But besides that, that's it. Just it. I'm looking at all this other stuff. That's really all you got to know about.
Nah.
Spider-Man: Homecoming and A Ghost Story by A24. Looks weird as fuck. You're gonna go see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I predict with what's going out right now.
$1 billion.
Excuse me, I have all these burps. I have all this
Burping
carbonation.
like
Help
crazy.
me.
You didn't drink
Help
any
me.
carbonation, dude. All the beers are flat.
Help me.
What are you burping up right now? That makes no sense.
Ricky, would you pass me that?
All right, Ricky, calm the
Pop
fuck down.
stupid That's in
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Happer guy.
All right, so I predict that number 1 next weekend will be Spider-Man because obviously. Number 2, number 1 was. So number 2 will be Despicable Me. Number 3 will be the Baby Driver because I think that's going to be great and have legs. I predict it will not drop more than 40%. It'll be about 40% drop. Normal is 50, but because of this, and it does have a similar audience as Homecoming. Everyone wants to see Homecoming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Baby Driver will not drop more than 40%, and I don't know about the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Toads.
My goats. I'm gonna keep going along with this real quick. Ryan's gone, but I hope you guys have your shark fin hats. Because Deep Blue Sea getting a sequel. Woo! I wish you had that song. Look it up on YouTube while I talk. Deep Blue Sea by LL Cool J. So, in 2009, we got a Deep Blue Sea movie. So, congratulations. It had, of course, Samuel L. Jackson. It had LL Cool J.
Michael Jans.
That guy. And
he was the Punisher.
Is that seriously? That sounds like the worst rap.
It's a real video, bro.
All right. What is this fucking spaghetti string tank top he's got going on too?
Bro, he's in the ocean, dog.
His head is like a shark's fin.
All right, so get your hats ready, everyone. We got a brand new Deep Blue Sea sequel coming to Sci-Fi. I don't normally talk about TV stuff because it's not usually good.
Oh, this is going straight to Sci-Fi?
This is going straight to Sci-Fi.
Straight to Sci-Fi.
Okay, so
Hell
it's for
yeah.
real's gonna suck and be awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
I had to say this because of the fact that
We made this joke.
Yeah.
I made this joke. We were talking about sequels we'd want to see, and I said Deep Blue Sea 2, Deeper Bluer Sea.
Deeper Bluer Sea. Deeper Bluer Deeper Bluer Sea and Sia did the
Oh, I
soundtrack.
got Japanese right there. Oh my god, this LL Cool J came out on you.
Remember
it's
this was
amazing.
on fucking MTV, like every top 10 countdown.
That water looks so refreshing. I want to jump in there right now.
It's pretty hot.
It's so hot.
Especially because it's full of chicks.
It's so
huh, Rick?
hot.
I have this personal air conditioner
I just
though. I'm
want the
pretty cool.
water. All right.
Oh my
So,
god.
So okay, stop it, dude. I can't.
This is worse than Will Smith's raps for his movie.
dude, Will Smith is way better than this fucking guy. What are you talking about?
I mean, like the
Summertime. Come on.
the cliches that he's throwing on, like
LL Cool J
throwing in every
sucks,
fucking.
dude. Fuck LL Cool J.
He licks his lips a lot.
All right, cool. Synopsis.
I would tell you said that. His head is like
I hope
like
he's
a
listening,
shark's
bro.
Yeah,
I hope
bro.
you're listening, LL Cool J.
Hat is like a Sharks fan.
I'll
This-
get
You
All
ain't
right.
no Will Smith.
The script is about the scientific research ship that is seized by Somali pirates, and a team of Navy SEALs have to go in and take them out. The whole ship is basically
the SEAL team.
a gigantic floating laboratory. No, not a SEAL Team 6. A gigantic
would be a SEAL
floating
team, though.
laboratory
A SEAL team.
It would be a SEAL team.
with a maze of tunnels that the sharks can travel through that open up into tanks. My thinking was that this was Sergeant Rock versus what? Sergeant Rock versus sharks.
The hunter. SEAL team
This sounds so dumb.
versus Jaws.
It's literally like these guys come in, they're going into this fucking thing, and they're like, "Oh, there's sharks in this ship," and then they fight the sharks.
It's like aliens, but with sharks.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what the first one
Shark
is.
aliens.
boom, aliens versus sharks.
Boom.
Boom.
Didn't they? If I remember correctly, somebody.
Those are aliens!
Sorry, I'm trying to record it.
Aliens! Aliens!
Oh, they cut the lights off.
Aliens!
Oh, they cut the lights
Y'all need to be shooting that!
First of all,
Y'all need to be shooting this shit right here!
can we find some way to connect that sound drop with the fireworks sound drop? I feel like they work hand in hand.
I feel like it's
really
the
well.
same guy.
I feel like it's the same guy too, right?
Money under Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
They're totally different.
No, he was starting out low. Hold up.
Oh, shit! Oh, Jesus!
It's not the same guy.
So you can't play the aliens at the same time?
No.
All right.
I think what was I gonna say? Oh, if I remember correctly, somebody got killed in that movie by a shark emitting gas and then blowing up the oven.
Farted.
I just
It lit its own fart on fire.
I figured out how to blow people up.
Yeah.
That's how good that movie was.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I said that I thought that those guys sound the same. What?
Oh, never mind.
You're just being racist.
His hat's like a shark's.
Dude, shut the fuck up. My
His
hat
hat
is
is
like a Sharks fan.
His hat is like a KKK point.
Shut the fuck up. All right, so that's coming out.
It's on fire!
We're gonna speed along.
That guy for sure is the same guy though.
I'm gonna do this thing. There's some news that there's not a whole title. It's just Spider-Man: Homecoming sequel picks up a few minutes after Avengers 4, but they won't give Tom Holland the script yet because he can't keep a secret.
Oh yeah, he fucked up already. Yeah.
So I thought
He
that
already
was funny.
fucked up and said he was going to be in the Avengers.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny.
There's a ton of stuff, but it's hilarious. And so that right now they have already been starting filming on the next Avengers, and then there's the untitled Avengers. So it was supposed to be Avengers: Infinity War, and then something after. I think Zoe Saldana said that it might be called Gauntlet, which makes reference to the Infinity Gauntlet. But yeah, Tom Holland.
So that's supposed to be after Avengers. I mean, after Infinity War.
Yeah.
Right?
But then they're going to do another Spider-Man movie, not Homecoming, obviously, but for right now they're saying,
Prom.
yeah, Spider-Man Winter Ball is going to take place directly after Avengers 4, and it's pretty funny that they won't give him the script yet.
That's funny.
Like, not
Yeah,
yet.
because he was.
Okay. No, I could have sworn the cat would have been out of the bag when it was announced that pretty much everybody is going to be
In Avengers.
Yeah.
Infinity War.
I had zero idea. I had zero thought that he was going to die anytime before these things.
But I think that announcement came even
but I didn't-
before
yeah, it was
Holland, and even before the
before
whole
Spider-Man
MCU
and
and
everything,
Spider-Man
yeah.
thing. So I think that's kind of why that was a scoop, because that's kind of came out before. So it was even before
I didn't
he
think-
was part of the whole Marvel universe.
I didn't think he would be that. I mean, I thought maybe that Sony would try and take the rights back or something like that after something. I don't know.
That's
They-
what
you know,
I mean, that's kind of what they made it seem like when they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we're cutting a deal
so
with Sony."
his contract that we know about right now is 4 movies. So he did Civil War, Homecoming. Then he's going to do 2 Avengers film. No, sorry. I think he might be contracted to 1 more Spider-Man film after that. But I don't think what was it?
Thank you.
I think he has 1 more that he wants to do. So I think they're up for a new contract renewal after Avengers 4 and Homecoming. So that's the last one. Homecoming 2, as we're going to call it right now, which is going to be Spider-Man.
Roger Boogaloo.
Then yeah. Spider-Man 2 Electric Boogaloo is going to be his last film on his contract.
We still need to see Mysterio. And
Ray
Spider-Man.
I can only
Mysterio.
fucking hope.
Oh, dude, that would be so freaking
not
cool.
Ray.
Only hope.
Not
And,
Ray
Craven.
Mysterio.
Dude,
Thank
know
you.
who I want the most? Craven.
Craven. Yeah.
Look,
And
Mom, I'm
Dude, hell yeah.
We know
smacking.
Carnage is
We're
going to
getting
be...
Carnage and Venom already.
Yeah,
so
but
we know
that's
coming.
bullshit because it's not in the same universe. It doesn't count. It's going to suck.
Actually, it is.
Hold the
gonna-
phone. What are you
wait,
talking
wait.
about
It's
right
gonna
now?
suck? You already
This
know
past
this?
w- this
What are
past
you talking
weekend.
about?
How do you know
This
this?
shut the fuck up. This
How do
past
you know
week.
this already?
This past week there
Why
was
do you know this? Why do you know this?
Ready?
No,
You waiting?
I'm not ready for this.
Not ready?
I'm not ready either.
Okay, now I'm ready.
This past week, Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal of
Marvel.
Sony. No, Kevin Feige's of Marvel, but Amy Pascal is of Sony. They had another co-interview, and there's a lot of smoke on that one.
It's all right.
No, he can't have it going near him because he's got a drug test coming up, man.
This is drugs. This is
drugs? No,
regular
it's a cigarette.
This is regular cigarette.
Cigarette.
It's
bro.
not my definition, man. It's the man's.
They
Gotta
had
open this
they
door.
had an interview, and Amy Pascal had a
It's like
question.
going right in my face.
Had another question
I know,
about
I'm
Venom.
so sorry.
Had a what?
Had another question about Venom. So for the past few weeks, they've had bombarding questions about Venom and whether or not he's in the same universe as the MCU. And she did answer one that kind of threw Kevin Feige for a loop, at least from the viewer's point of view. She said, "Oh yeah, Venom is in the MCU, at least for right now." Kind of like not verbatim, but something like that. And you could see Kevin Feige's face. He's like,
This guy's fucking pissed.
not really. So they kind of talked about it. They changed their answer. The most recent interview where they were both together and they were in agreement is that he's in the same reality, in the same way that the Marvel TV shows are in the same reality as the movies.
See, that still doesn't make me happy though.
No, it means
something
here's what
empty
that
about
means.
it,
Here's
though.
the definition of what that means. It means that they are not going to bring in Iron Man and Hawkeye and Thor and Captain America, but
Good.
if they felt
It's
like
mentioned that
they
they're there.
can. It's mentioned they're in the same universe, and if they decide to, they can bring them in. But it's not going to be the basis of it. So if you've seen Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, what's the other one? Luke Cage,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they take place in the same reality, but there is no mention of them in the movies.
Still
So
talk about them though. I was
Not
watching
so much in
and
the
Daredevil. I think
shows.
there was a drop of like Iron Man. Like,
no, the reverse happens.
Right. They talk
It-
about them more in the shows than they do talk
They
about
talk-
the
that's what I mean.
movies about
Oh,
the
Yeah,
shows.
they
that's
talk
what I
about
mean.
the movies in the TV shows.
They're like, who do you think you are, Iron Man or something like
yeah,
that?
but they do not talk about the TV shows in the movies, and that is what kind of the best relationship you can get of what this other universe with Venom and Carnage is of Spider-Man. So he's in that universe,
Still don't like
but Tom Holland and Tony Stark are not going to be talking about Venom and Carnage, but Venom and Carnage will probably talk about Spider-Man.
Still don't.
Tom Hardy, Venom. That's
And that-
fucking awesome.
That is the main thing that gets me on board.
Woo! Like
Tom
holy
Hardy,
shit,
dude?
Like, okay, fine. He might have the physique that and shit like that Venom requires, but specifically his acting, the attitude, and we've already seen that he can actually
Very
do
method.
He can do an American accent.
He's gonna
and
cover himself
he
in
does
tar.
it very well. It's not like he's like that fucking hack Brit guy who does like a Southern accent because for some reason the Southern accent is very close to English accent. Actually, you should look up the whole history of
comes from the same place.
Tom Hardy.
well, no, actually, the British changed their accent at some point specifically because it was a stylized change. So to differentiate themselves from apparently the colonists had a closer to the, at the time, British accent than the British had. It's weird. Look up American history. It's some fucking
And this is why we get derailed so fucking far.
Yep.
Fuck American history. We're not going to do that shit.
Has like a
I'm
shark
sorry.
fin.
I'm sorry.
Fuck Independence Day.
Hat is like a shark's fin.
It's like a shark's fin.
No, everything at Independence Day. We took over the. If that's true, then that means we took over the original British accent, made it ours, and they had to change it because
America.
They're like, this is ours now, bitch.
Yeah, because of America.
We like this. This is ours
Either
now.
way.
We're stealing that. That's mine now.
What does America do? We take everything, we make it the best it can be, and
We make it great.
You just make it better.
Or we
Again,
just make
great
it some perverted money-making version of itself.
God damn
Either
it.
way, America.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
All right.
No, but the reason I said that, I was like, fuck American history, was because most
history
racists
is-
are like, go back to your home. And they're like, you guys aren't from here either. Like,
shit.
yeah, we are. I was born here.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we were
So
too.
so was that.
We're all like third generation, motherfucker. Like most of us are
so
like
weird.
third, fourth generation. All right, but moving on from politics. Cult of Chucky trailer just dropped, you guys.
Oh, no.
I did. Fuck. What's the last Chucky movie you guys saw? This is going like 6 strong.
Chucky.
Probably the Seed. Or,
Seed of Chucky was the one
I
after
think
Bride
I
of
watched
Chucky.
that one, and
Yeah.
I don't know, like on TV or something.
All right. After Seed of Chucky, they've had at least 2 more movies.
It was the
and
Curse of Chucky.
Curse of Chucky, and now the Cult of Chucky
That one
going
was,
on.
What wasn't this the Curse of Chucky, like a reboot, like a reanimation of the story? I thought it was like a retelling, a different version.
No, it's not. It is. It follows the same timeline. It's a follow.
Oh, okay.
So I would say sequel more than anything. Curse and Cult of Chucky are sequels, but I wanted to bring this up mostly because I have a history with Chucky in the sense that this is the only recurring nightmare that I've ever had in my life, and it's still going. It's still going with this fucking doll.
Wait, you still don't like you? Chucky still scares you?
No. Like I'm looking at him, like
Gary hates Chucky,
I'm looking
dude.
at him like, okay,
Still has no
that looks
nightmares.
stupid. But sometimes, like he's in
Those
my fucking
nightmares.
dreams, and like, God damn it! Like I even
Trying to kill you?
yeah, it's one of those things. It's
Are
one of
you
those.
serious?
It's one of those
I thought you were
lucid
just
dreams.
joking.
No, one of those lucid dreams.
Holy
I wrote that in my I wrote that in my diary.
He was reading it.
Oh man, I'm sorry, bro. What, you're scaring yourself.
Will
Why
you put that out?
Why'd you bring the story?
All right,
in?
can you seriously put it out now? Because I do have to.
Yeah.
I
I swear to God, I felt like I swallowed one
I've
of
been
those
trying
ashes.
to blow it in this corner so that way it doesn't get.
I could feel myself getting stoned right now.
Oh my god.
I'm
you're
dying.
good.
I'm sorry. Man.
We're hotboxing the studio right now, dude. Okay. No, but
We're in California. It's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
exactly.
The fuck?
We all have medical
Doesn't
cards.
mean I can't get. It doesn't mean I won't get. I
Tell
will
your
still will
company,
get
bro.
hired.
Tell your company that.
No, it'd be funny if you didn't get hired because of this,
Yeah, it would be funny.
and then you could blame Ricky.
Well, I have 3 other job offers, so
Hey.
Oh,
Fuck it, bro.
By the way, Ryan D has all these job offers.
I gotta say,
so-
by far, like the craziest jobs I've had, and, like I've had like different sort of government jobs and things like that. Like you get to a certain level where you think like, oh, like like they kind of like warn you, like, oh yeah, like there might be a drug test, right? Never happens.
oh, I have to do the screening before they hire me.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
you would think it's going to happen before the fact, right? It never happens. They never mention it.
Oh,
You're just
really?
like, oh, like I would think like with this sort of like, I guess security, whatever, like with this level I have, like you would think that like they stress about not being being clean, right?
Yeah.
Nope, never even.
Well, I did get a
not,
job
Not
once.
a big deal at all.
I did get a job once that I for sure thought I was going to fail, and I still got the job. So
It's not even like they don't.
Doesn't
They don't
mean you
even.
didn't
It's just,
fail.
they don't even test you. Like it's like you would think like, oh, they're gonna test me, right? Because like even like I've had like like a Sam's Club and shit. Like we think like, oh, that they take it very seriously. Where
Yeah.
you can't have any drugs in your body at all. And like you go for another job like with the government and just like, oh yeah, like
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're not even gonna test you,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter.
No, for sure,
and,
like,
you do whatever you want.
Your more prestigious jobs, like they don't give a fuck.
They just,
They're like,
don't do. It's not
like
like it's nothing.
President of the United States.
It's just,
Clearly, that guy's on
there's
some
no
shit.
drug test at all.
obviously. Holy crap!
Like you would think at like the the higher jobs, you're just like that's where they would take it seriously.
Right.
But
Those
it's
high
just like,
stress
nah, you're
jobs,
good.
those are the ones you know
need
they're
to-
on
yeah,
shit.
They're all
Ah.
on fucking all kinds
They're
of shit.
on
It's like
the-
whatever you do, don't make
the
me drug
best
test you.
That's why the
Do
that's
whatever
why
you
we
want,
get
just
the-
be cool.
That's why we all get the generic shit because they're getting the fucking name brand stuff because they need it.
Yeah. It's
high
crazy.
stress.
It's weird. Like that, it's just complete opposite when it comes to like the actual
Right.
the working.
All right, wait,
environment.
hold on. So back to Garrett's Chucky nightmares.
Yeah, let's get into that.
yeah,
Let's
Chucky,
dive in.
what
No, I just,
What
I-
happens?
He
Explain it.
Here's the thing. So he
Is
keeps
it the same every night?
No, it's different. Okay, so I don't have it all the time, but it does. It's the only one that I've ever had that I've had multiple times. He's like under the floorboards. He fucking hides in these small spots, and I have to fucking fight him. But
These are dreams?
yeah.
They're recurring.
Oh.
They're recurring.
Oh.
They're recurring.
But I mean, it's not like a big deal.
Why
But
Chucky?
I don't know. But now he has a new movie coming out.
He's
So
back.
I thought
So
that
now,
you guys
gotta go watch
now
it.
your nightmares are coming back.
So now we're gonna tie you to a chair. We're gonna make you watch this.
Maybe this will just be closure for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
as a
really-
We're
kid,
gonna film. That's what we're gonna film. Humpcast watches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you
Holds the
go.
Chucky.
There you go. You know what? Yeah, do a fucking
That's what
fucking
you gotta- that's what
show
you gotta
about it.
do.
Do a whole
That's
thing
what we
about
gotta
it.
do.
Video, something. Maybe it'll get you over your fucking bullshit.
Well, no.
Maybe.
This is
Hopefully.
one thing. I don't think it's a big fear. Like I saw this trailer, I was like, oh, it's cute, all this stuff.
Isn't gonna help.
What?
No, I for sure.
Crack the door.
I for sure got
Crack
high
the
right
door,
now.
dog. Crack
he's
the
high.
door.
Ryan's
Crack the door.
high.
Yeah, crack the door, man.
Ryan's bugging
It's
out.
the 4th of
Do it.
July.
Do
We're
it,
all
man.
lighting up
Do
here.
it.
You know,
All right,
we're
I'll-
lighting
Yeah,
up for.
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move
bangs
on.
and
Move on.
bangs and booms.
Right there. You're
The
good.
hell
You're good.
with
You're
it.
good.
Tis the season day.
All right.
Day.
My last two
Tis the
stories,
season to be
real
jolly.
quick. Michelle Rodriguez threatens to leave Fast and Furious franchise if female characters don't get better parts.
They're not part of the family.
a good
Hashtag
point.
family.
She's the only one with like a strong female role, which I think got diluted over these last couple movies.
I will take the opposite side and say there's a lot of different good female roles, but they're on the villain side.
And
Right, because Charlize Theron was just the
Yeah, she was the
past,
last one, and then
right.
before that, they've had a few other ones. Like, granted, this is not she's not the primary character, but
part of the family.
there are two main characters, and one of them died, unfortunately. I guess,
Yes.
before his time. Paul
Spoiler
Walker,
alert.
Vin Diesel. It's one reality. Spoiler alert.
I know they tried to use his twin brother, but I mean,
That actually worked for me.
It
Oh,
worked.
spoilers! Real life
But,
news.
Like, if they tried to bring him in as a character, it would never work because there's absolutely no way they could be like, "I'm his brother." No, that would just be
It'd be like a
it
beer
would be
fest.
so.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be the best if they made it
You don't
like
have to
that.
explain this at all because I've heard of
I've
all
heard
of you
all of
already.
Just call me Landfill.
They have to go like past that awkward phase of getting to know each other.
Because I feel like I know you guys already.
Dude, okay, now, okay, if there was a way to do that, that would be fucking amazing.
By the way, that was my favorite
I love that.
introduction to a new character.
I love it. I love that.
He's like,
Beer-
fucking
beer-
genius. Could you guys do me a favor?
Beer
Could you call me
fest.
Landfill?
Let's call me Landfill.
Oh, by the way, that was genius, crack it. That was. I can already feel the difference. Seriously.
time to crack the door?
that
It got
little
real
crack
dink in
in
here
the-
real quick. I'm sorry
Yeah,
about that, Ryan. I'm
exactly.
sorry.
It's all right. I'm just gonna be homeless.
Dude,
today.
Just
seriously
marijuana
though,
cigarettes,
Beer
right?
I
Fest.
feel like I swallowed an ash.
Beer Fest.
You guys got the
Awesome
black
fucking
lung.
movie.
I got the black lung.
All right.
All right. So yeah, there are multiple sides of this. Do females deserve better parts? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Definitely.
Oh, of course.
Do
Definitely.
I think that Michelle Rodriguez does not have a good part, nor do I think that females have a lacking part in Fast and Furious franchise? Not entirely.
I disagree with that.
Not entirely. Here's what I'm saying. Do they have equal parts? No. But I don't think they're being neglected or even demoralized or put down in the franchise at all. Like, I just think that they're writing characters and they're casting them, and they're like, okay, that's a guy. Girl.
It's just that there's been inequality like
Well,
that.
I mean, plus movies like this, it's definitely a dick fest. Like, let's
Yeah.
be real.
But that's the whole point. You're paying to go see a dick fest movie, something that's aimed specifically at guys, and
Right.
Even when it
women
started out.
are going to see
Yeah.
the muscle-bound guys. The guys want to see something they
Rock.
want to be, and the girls want to see something they want their guys to be. And yet, there's still this whole sexism
Hashtag.
talk about
I don't know why. I mean,
the inequality. You're,
see the
you're
point.
making a shit ton
Yeah,
of money.
she's
and
right. Yeah, she's right in the industry, but for like this franchise,
Yeah.
she's just way out of her league. Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
like
if
right
you
now-
were talking about a different movie
Yeah.
or something like that, I could see.
Like on the team right now, you have guys and girls. You have The Rock, Vin Diesel, and Ludacris,
But
and
we still don't know can read.
yeah.
It's up in the air.
And who's the other guy? Roman Pierce. What's his name? I don't know his actual name. 4 guys.
Channing Tatum.
No.
No, fucking
What-
the,
what's that guy?
the driver.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. He's in one of them.
Oh, and
He's in a couple of them.
I guess, but he just barely got in the last one.
Damn it.
Okay.
There's that
model.
Chinese guy.
Oh, the Chinese.
The model guy.
Han's dead.
The Asian dude.
Han's
oh, he's
dead.
dead. He's
No,
been
yeah.
dead.
Yeah, who's the
Han's
black
dead.
guy with
Han's
the
dead.
big forehead that keep
model guy,
damn it.
the black guy who
Oh,
always wants
Tyrese.
to eat.
Tyrese.
Tyrese.
Yeah.
Four
Dude,
four
that
good
guy's
guys.
fucking awesome. By
4
the
good
way.
guys, and then
But
you have
yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez. You have Dom's sister, and also Paul Walker's wife.
Wait,
So-
the original,
She's-
the original one. She's back.
She's in this one because Paul
Okay.
Walker's dead, obviously.
Yeah.
So they brought her in this
Spoilers.
one.
Oh my god! Sorry guys, we killed the entire movie for
And you have the hacker of the last movie, of the one before this. So the hacker chick. So you have 3 to 4. That's not a very unbalanced. Like yeah, you can take one of each, but like it's about even. Like you take one guy and one girl, and switch them. It's about even.
Right.
And now you have a villain who has taken over Dom from the last movie, and then so eventually you have a superior female character. So I'm like, what is uneven about this? Like, I don't know.
Any extras?
Thank you, man.
Oh, I brought for everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much,
But
dude.
here's my point.
Touch my fucking thirst right now.
As much as I am an equalist, and I think that everyone should be given an even chance, I do not think that art, as artistic as you can call these films, art should suffer because they need to force an equality. If this is something like this, where most characters have about even, yes, there is going to be an unevenness about it. If it's going to be something that you have to force, you shouldn't have to do that. Like this
But
is
she is
stupid.
used
It's
to
not like
force.
it's not like there's 4 guys that are treating 3 girls as their fucking bitches. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
oh, we're gonna go save the world and fly cars from fucking.
Make us a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys make sandwiches and fix them or something. Like it's,
Show up with juice boxes and orange slices when we're done.
they all have their own parts to play, fucking like in the story. And that's what I'm saying. And so that's why I'm against those movies that do that, where they don't give women strong roles. But also at the same time, why are you bitching about this franchise, which I don't see has a problem compared to
So she
all these
said-
other ones?
She said in the Fast and Furious movie, she wishes there was more leading female roles. That's what she said?
She's okay. The direct quote is exactly, and this is weird too, because 1, it was an Instagram post. 2, the first thing she said was, "Fast 8 is out digitally today." So she promoted the movie. She's like, okay, so the direct verbatim quote is, "Fast 8 is out digitally today."
Digitally, diagonally.
Digitally.
Ding ding dingly do.
It's out
Diagonally.
Diagonally.
Hang on doodly.
I hope they decide to show more love to the women of the franchise on the next one, or I just might have to say goodbye to a loved franchise. It's been a good ride, and I'm grateful for the opportunity and the fans and the fans and studios have provided over the years. One love.
It sounds like
End
she's saying
quote.
peace out.
Yeah, but I'm like,
I'm done.
It also sounds
Peace
like
out or write
give
me
my,
more.
Give
Yeah.
my
Give
friends
me more money.
a job, or
Give me more.
I'm out too. No,
Yeah.
not just her. Give my friends a job.
Yeah.
maybe.
I don't think so.
I think it's more based on her.
It's more she wants to get some pussy on set. She's a lesbo, right?
Bye.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's what it comes down
I'm sorry,
to.
that's a good taco. I have no idea. Was it a good taco?
She's like, give me some pussy, guys. Come on.
I know you're
Set me over,
providing. I know you're providing for the guys.
She's like, Ronda
Come on.
Ronda
This is inequality right here.
She's like, Ronda Rousey fucking sucks.
Yeah, I don't. I just
Not
think-
just because
All
she
right.
got beat in the ring.
She gets beat in bed too. It's like, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
All right, let's move on now.
I just think like this is the weirdest battle to fight because like you don't have like you're in the if you're gonna cut it if you're gonna cut it into columns you're in the good column.
She's already by herself. She's so in the movie franchise, so nobody else is gonna like back her up who's on set.
Yeah, I'm like, you got a good franchise, to be honest. Like, what do you want in? You want being in Wonder Woman? You're like, yeah, Gal Gadot died, but she died actually fucking as a great character, to be honest.
She doesn't complain either, because she always scores some fucking great roles.
Yeah, and Gal Gadot, like she fucking died like fucking shooting guns a-blazing, dude. Fucking guys wish they could do that.
Every freaking guy's childhood fantasy is going
to die
out
in a war movie.
Is going out either as a Viking, as a cowboy, or as a fucking World War II hero.
Or Spider-Man.
Guns a-blazing. And you know what? It's all based off of the old Norse Viking, all of those epics and shit, because they all knew, hey, guess what? When you die, it's fucking sad, it's fucked up, but if you're gonna go out, just go out, guns a-blazing.
Bud, let's party.
And that's you know what they did? They partied every night to celebrate the fact that they lived another day, and they went out like it was their last day, and guess what? You know what? They did it, and if they lived, they lived. If they died, fuck it. You went out.
I want there to
bam, ba bam, ba bam, ba bam. 3,000 miles of Graceland. See that fucking movie. There you go, guns blazing, ba-boom, boom.
I want to see a movie where...
seriously, it's a kick-ass movie. You should see it.
where Vikings talk like early day, like today's bros. where they're like, tomorrow might not come, brother. So, hey, bud, let's fucking party.
Life's a garden. Dig it.
Every biker movie, biker show, biker
But they're all
novella.
these gnarly Vikings, and they're just like, fuck it, dude.
It's all the guys in the Vikings
Gotta
TV
try
show.
and just kill some dudes, you know?
Viking,
Let's
biker.
kill these bitches.
There's so many of the same letters.
Yeah.
Garrett?
All right, moving on, bro.
Is he
Come on,
dead?
Garrett. What's going on here?
Was waiting for you to finish that. All right, cool. Last thing for me.
There was a tangent.
Yeah, I took a sip of my beer at the wrong time. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Trailer just dropped this last week. It could have been a shit fest. I actually think it's really fucking
I hate
good.
the title already.
We'll get to Ryan.
It's not great.
We're gonna go to Ryan last. Actually, I'm gonna start with Ricky. We'll go to Jeremy, and we'll go to you.
Shit.
Trailer just dropped this last week. Brand new teaser, brand new Jumanji movie. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. You have The Rock, you have Kevin Hart, you have Karen Black. Ricky saw the trailer. Did y'all see?
Real quick. I don't know what's up with these trailers before the trailers. Of like showing like
Dude,
12 seconds of like
know.
everything you're about
I
to
agree.
see.
We could talk about that after.
And whoever started that deserves to die a terrible death.
It's the fucking worst.
A terrible, terrible death.
Here's one thing. I understand why for certain platforms, because on Facebook, you have a small amount
Oh, you
of
mean
time.
like the tiny little trailer before, or you mean like
Before
watching it?
the trailer starts,
Yeah,
there's
there's
like
like
a
a
weird like
mini
fucking
trailer.
flash.
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh
shit
no,
that
I thought you were
happens.
talking about like commercial ads.
No. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like whatever.
No, I
like
know.
I fucking hate those too.
I'm about to watch an ad for a fucking movie.
Let me skip this ad to get to my ad.
Any new trailer that I watch now, like past the ads or whatever the fuck that YouTube ads on top of it, past that. Every new trailer from
They
the
have a
past,
mini
like maybe
one.
3 or 4 months now,
Yeah, it's like a
there's like this
pre-trailer.
weird fucking flash of shit that you see
Yeah,
in the trailer
Teaser
prior
to the trailer.
The reason
I'm
for
like,
that.
what the fuck is this?
The reason for that is because
Facebook, I
on
think.
platforms like Facebook, you're scrolling through your feed and you have to get like a small, tiny amount of time to catch someone's eye before they go away.
I fucking
but
hate it.
That makes
I
absolute
hate it
sense.
so bad.
Absolute.
they don't get
sense.
rid of it for YouTube, and that's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get rid of it
They
for
don't
the
have
other
filter.
platforms.
It confused the fuck out of me.
I'm like, I clicked on this.
It still does.
You have me. I
Like,
clicked
'cause
on
you think
this.
that's it?
Get
yeah,
it away.
I'm just like, what the fuck is like what is that? What did I just see?
It's
It's
5
just so
seconds.
much flashing
it's
of
5
things.
seconds
Yeah.
of like, hey, check this out.
It's like I'm watching this because I'm already interested. Like, just let me watch what I want to see. Like, you know, like
I
don't-
agree.
Don't show
agree.
me weird flashes.
I have
of
no
shit.
idea why they didn't change it for YouTube or other
God, it
platforms.
pisses me
but-
off, dude. God, I fucking
only
that
reason
gra-
it's made for
that
Make
grinds
it
my
like a
motherfucking
filter
gears.
at least, or something. Filter
Do
out
something,
that bullshit.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're gonna have
Just
the
cut the
ads,
beginning.
fine,
It's like
but-
I don't have that big.
5-10 seconds.
I don't have a dog.
Cut
in
it
this fight.
out.
I don't really care that much.
God, dude, I fucking hate it.
I don't have a dog in this fight.
Every
That's
time.
that moment. That be that moment you're packing a bowl or you're running
I don't need
or
it.
something like that.
I play it when I'm
mean,
ready.
I kinda get that.
I don't need the flash. I can play and pause whenever I want.
All right, we get it. You hate it. Fucking.
Hey, seriously, I am
I
a
just
slow
have to. I just
motherfucker.
have to let it out,
takes
guys. Had to let it out.
Pack a bowl
This is
and
the most
I-
passionate I've heard
seriously,
Ricky
I'm
in like a
oh,
long
dude,
time.
God damn, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
All right, so if you studios, you're watching. I know you are. Ricky C hates the fact that you don't edit out your fucking trailers. If you're going on
Yeah.
YouTube, you're going on something else besides Facebook.
Any movie
Get
that I
that
see
shit
that has
out.
it just fucking goes down a notch.
Get it out.
automatically.
Get it out.
So
John,
besides that,
so
besides
actual trailer.
Let's talk about the movie now.
Trailer,
I
go.
like, it
You're
looked really
dead,
good.
you're done, you're buried in
It
the
looked
ground.
good.
You're
They
finished.
switched it up. It's no longer a board game. It's now a video game.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like an old like NES or something like that, which is cool. All right, makes sense. Now they're like, it's not like they decided to go like in the opposite realm of like, you know, from Jumanji World into the regular. Now it's like regular world into Jumanji World.
Yeah.
Which is
Right.
cool.
Which is quick note. Have you guys ever seen the animated series, Jumanji animated series?
No.
That was
They
a-
have a.
that was
I
in
don't
the
even remember
90s.
that.
They
Yeah.
have it animated.
I
That was-
remember it being a thing, and I never watched
That
it.
was in the early
Yeah,
90s.
yeah, I mean,
I used to
okay, I
watch it
watched that.
before I went to school.
that sounds like you're lying.
No, I swear to God. I swear to God, it's a thing. That sounds like you're full of
Make
shit.
this shit up. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yes, Jumanji the
Yeah,
animated
that's
series.
weird. Wow.
In Jumanji the animated series, basically they had this concept of instead of Jumanji coming out and into the real world, they had these two kids that would go into the Jumanji world. And that's what I thought. I was like, oh shit, they're doing that when I first saw this trailer.
That would make so much sense then, especially if they were going, because it was so much easier to change the.
Boom, here you go.
Totally right.
Yeah.
Holy
there
shit,
you go.
he didn't lie. He wasn't lying.
Fucking
But
right, you guys.
It's amazing because you can
Find a
actually
trailer, find a
change the
trailer.
entire narrative of the story.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Through animated, base it off the animated.
That's
and
Wild
then you end up
Thornberries.
having
Yeah, I was going to say,
the-
Wild Thornberry's
Yeah,
animation.
There
yeah,
you go.
it's the same thing.
That's Wild Thornberries.
You have
Yeah.
the two kids from the movie.
Smashing.
And Robin Williams' character, but as an animated fucking muscly guy.
See,
That's
that almost
fucking
looks
awesome
like
cast,
that almost
dog.
looks like a fan art thing and not actually
Right?
an actual thing. But wow,
Back in the day,
that's
or-
crazy. That really is a
You
thing.
also the kid from fucking Jurassic Park.
Well, but
Beginning.
those are the kids from the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Kirsten Dunst and the his little
Yeah.
brother.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you're saying that came out in the 90s?
Yeah, I want to say late 90s if you go back to the Wikipedia page.
Go back here.
But I remember watching it before
On
school.
what network?
Thir-
And how many seasons? Probably
NBC?
like one.
I want to say, hold on.
Let's see.
ABC Family.
3 seasons, 40 episodes total between 1995 and 98.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
UPN. What was UPN back
That was
then?
13.
13.
UPN 13.
19,
I was right. So Channel 13.
1995.
96 to 98.
Yeah,
Okay,
I would watch
19
that before I went to school, and I was like, oh shit, that was pretty cool.
Okay.
September 8th, 1996.
All right, so
Okay.
we've established this exists. So
1995
Gary's not
was
full of shit.
my
No.
junior year at Arroyo. 1996 would have been my last year at Arroyo.
I was 6 years old.
And
We
1990,
were 5 and 6.
1997
Wait, age, wait.
and 1998, I was working at Express when it was just a women's clothing store.
We were
and
8 years
then
old.
yeah,
dating
that was
yourself real bad right now.
1998.
I really lost respect for you, right?
And then 19.
The older you get, the less respect.
And then 1998, I don't even remember what I was doing, but it was something.
You look great for your age.
So-
What
Yeah,
are you,
we
like
were
50
in
right now.
Thank
first,
you.
You like
first or second
58
grade.
right now?
Thank you.
60?
What? You guys?
What grade are you in?
Stop me when I'm
No,
wrong.
I'm about 10 and none of your goddamn business. So
Someone just do the math of what he just said. We can figure it
Okay,
out.
so as far as I'm concerned,
80.
I've been brewing.
He's 80 years old.
I've been brewing longer than you guys have been born.
Probably.
Yeah.
No,
He's like a wizard.
no, not quite that.
I know he doesn't
He's
age.
got a wizard's brew.
Oh, we got to make a wizard's
What?
brew.
No,
You got a
seriously,
gr- you got a
no,
great beer
guys,
for it.
Guys, I do have beers that date back to some of the first beers
In existence.
almost 10 years old now.
The early 1900s.
From my first batches of beer and such.
Holy shit! Does that mean that? Does that mean they're any good still? I mean, do they go bad?
Fuck,
It only
no.
gets better
Oh,
with
no,
time.
Does it only
no.
get better?
No,
I mean,
the-
is it like wine? I don't understand how
Okay,
beer works that way.
The higher the alcohol content, the longer it'll keep because alcohol is a preservative.
Yeah.
hopping as well. So the higher the hopped beer at a higher alcohol content, then you will get.
That's actually why IPAs exist.
Exactly.
Because they wanted to preserve it longer, so they added more hop.
Pretty sure that's what he told us.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, I mean, I knew that
You read it in
beforehand,
the
but
beer
yes, you probably did. I knew that ahead of time.
I said it a long time ago, but he just said it in the most concise way, and I guarantee you I probably wasted about 5 minutes of your guys' airtime explaining the first time I was on.
It was more like 45.
Okay, what exactly? Yeah. You know what? Actually, and you know what the fucked up funny thing is? You weren't even here, and you got to hear it back and actually be able to hear what actually went down.
Right.
It was hilarious. Seriously, I cringe every time I hear it at certain points because I'm like, oh man, I should have just shut up. Oh shit! But I'm learning how to be more concise. So.
All right, well, Jumanji.
Yeah.
Jumanji.
Real quick, I gotta take a piss, so I'm gonna go with this. Jumanji, great trailer for a teaser. Granted, it's not a reboot. It is not. It takes the premise of the fact that there was a game, and it rolls with it. But they changed it to a video game, and they changed it to the fact that people get sucked in. The only thing is, instead of getting sucked in as themselves, they're sucked in as avatars. I think that's very neat. But also, I think you said
James Cameron.
They get sucked in as blue cat people.
Oh, yeah. They come in.
They suck each other off.
I think there's a lot of
crossover.
There's a lot of. Jeremy brought this up before we started recording. There's a lot of stuff that's predictable, but at the same time still funny, and that's what I think is a key to a great, a pretty good comedy. It's something that I saw that joke coming, but it still landed.
I don't like that Jack Black's character is going to be the preppy white girl's avatar.
That seems like the worst obvious thing to happen.
On the flip side, I actually do like that.
It's like more like what's it called? Fucking Rob Schneider and
the hot chick.
That's what it's going to be.
I also
100%.
I love that movie.
I also
like that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, this is what this is okay. Differences of opinion is okay.
I don't hate it. I'm gonna say I don't hate it.
It's all right.
It harkens back to his character in Kong, or
you talking about Kong? Okay, we got to spend.
Oh right.
That really
Jack Black, King Kong stays on.
Jack Black, and it was really
the blonde girl.
shitty, and like I hated his character. I just wanted him to get eaten by one of those fucking those giant insects and shit like that, and. Yeah, this character just seems like it's going to be like, wow, he's going to play it pretty close to the cuff on that. I hope I'm wrong.
It looks funny. I mean, it's going to be fun.
It does look funny.
Funny movie.
Yeah.
It definitely made me stop
Definitely
hating
looks
it
funny.
after seeing the trailer. Stop hating the fact that it's going to come out. I'm like, whatever. All right, like. It's a new
I hope
way
it's
to
good.
bring in,
I hope it's good.
It's just one of those things, and it is one of those things where, like, that when that movie came out, it was such a big staple, and a lot of people who are around our age is like,
fucking
You're
1990.
so optimistic. It's great.
So
1998.
He's so optimistic about it.
well,
I don't want to. I'm
I
not
think this is
rooting.
what I'm saying.
I'm not
This is what
rooting
I'm-
for this to suck.
this is what I'm saying. People our age
Yeah.
and above have children now. So this is
Right.
their way of bringing them to this.
95.
And then they could show them the
Ooh.
1995
Wow.
version and be like, this
Okay.
was my Jumanji movie.
Right.
Just the same that like when I was in 007, my dad showed me.
That sounded like a good soundbite. Jumanji. Yeah. You did that, and it was awesome. Jumanji.
I think you really,
did?
Yeah, it was great.
I think you
It
should
was
really
awesome.
check out Baby Driver because there's a great soundbite quality to it. That's all I'm gonna say. If you've seen Baby Driver, you understand a lot. It's a bigger part of the story, so that's why I brought it up. But it's not a spoiler, so keep going. Jumanji, though, boom.
I'm not rooting for this to suck.
Not at
I
all.
don't want it to suck.
I think
I
it looks.
would
It
love
looks
to-
like it looks
I would
like
love
a
to watch
good.
the movie and have fun.
The point I was trying
that's
to
all I
make
want.
was that taking your kids and then showing them the one that you watched.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is just
great.
what my dad did when I watched 007 movies. And then he showed me fucking Roger Moore, 007. I never watched those ones. And he's like, this was the Bond I grew up with.
Yeah.
We had fucking Pierce Brosnan.
Right.
And this is actually what I think they did right. Was in the same vein as Bond. They didn't remake the old Bond movies. They made more of different stories with Bond.
Right.
they changed the Bond, they changed the whole aspect of it, but they made different ones because Royale is not the same as GoldenEye. Blah blah blah.
So do you think
it'll
explain like is Jumanji like is it an entity?
I think it might. Is what
because
I'm
it just
That's-
adapts.
I saw Ryan.
I love that. I love that. I hope they.
I hope they do.
They should explore.
honestly-
They
that's a
should
good
definitely
angle.
explore that.
I really like that.
because okay. So, spoiler alert.
Holy shit!
Spoiler alert.
You
1995
got my
movie.
mind juices going. Like, ooh, now I'm
You're
thinking
just high,
about
bro.
that.
You're just
Spoiler alert: Paul Walker's dead.
I'm high. Does anybody have another beer?
No, we are all
Hey,
out
vodka?
of beer.
You want vodka and cranberry?
We are all out of beer.
Yeah,
Cranberry,
yeah,
Ricky.
I would dig a Cape Cod right now.
Okay.
We were talking about that earlier, and you had my fucking mouthwater buds going.
I kind of wanted one too, but
No, it's right here, but there's no ice.
Nice.
So real quick, I'll go get ice, but I want to say this. So Jumanji, like the 007 or the James Bond movies, they are continuing the story, but it's the same. From what the quotes I've read, it's the same universe. So what I think they might, and I hope they do, is explain that Jumanji is not just a board game. Jumanji is an entity that kind of transcends a board game, a video game, or whatever. It just keeps coming, and that's what's going on.
I hope they do
There's
some sort of
different
explanation of that.
I really want that, and I hope
Hope they do it. and I
because
think
this
they
is
set up
that's
a
what
great thing to do it.
that's what bugs me was what I was going to get to. What bugs me about these fucking remakes and these reboots and everything. What bothers me so much is there's no ties at all or explanation about these other movies who aren't that fucking old.
Right.
You know, like these are still.
they're
classic
saying
movies
it is
that
the same universe, though.
Okay, that's
It's
what
an
I-
homage,
that's what I
and
mean.
it's acknowledging that it existed, which is why I believe that. I
hope
them
it's
to, I
good.
want them to do
Which
it.
is why
I
I
hope
said,
it's good.
Which is why I kept saying that like Ghostbusters would have been fine if they had made it like a sequel.
Right.
But
Like if
didn't.
they just decided to retire and then give it on to somebody else, you know, like that.
Awesome.
The
That's
worst.
that's the shit I want to see as a
Yeah.
fan, you know, like
Right.
The worst part about that movie, as far as I was concerned, was like it's only
Ghostbusters?
it's only worth seeing once. That's it.
yeah, it's true.
And it's not because they're women and it was bad. It was because the jokes were fucking hacky.
Yeah,
The fucking
a lot of it
jokes
fell flat.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, so the black one makes a joke about being black and being a woman. Wow, I didn't see that coming, and she's angry. Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not like I don't see every single time that fucking Samuel L. Jackson comes on and he plays the exact same character every single
that's-
time.
There's even a
But we
spoof
love
of
that.
the new one.
But we love that,
exactly. But when you see the jokes coming and it's like, okay, now there was other clever parts, and I love the way that they did the whole reverse sexism, objectifying.
Sure. What's his name?
Chris-
Thor. Chris
Chris
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth and shit like that. Like that was awesome. Like I really thought they did real clever.
Yeah, I thought
shit
that was
with
cool
that.
too.
Yeah, like
But
he
it
was
was-
the dumb blonde.
He was the
in it.
dumb blonde.
Dumb
yeah.
blonde.
Yeah, exactly. That was amazing. Like how and the way the women like the way they handled it and the jokes that were written for them and that kind of thing. It was great. And then you get to like the whole thing where they introduce the old Ghostbusters. I loved how it.
There's a
I loved
couple cameos,
everything.
yeah.
I love the cameos.
I did not
all
like the
the
cameos.
way up until
But-
fucking.
Dan Aykroyd.
No. I loved his. The
Bill
one
Murray?
I had the biggest problem with was Bill Murray.
Bill
his was just like, wow, that's Bill Murray. I thought the guy could act.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What
I agree with
the
you.
fuck?
That was not even trying to act.
Like really, you walked on, you took the money, go fuck yourself. Like and not like I love Bill Murray, I really do, but like that kind of attitude was like he was saying, "Go fuck yourself. I'm
Yeah.
taking the money."
And he never really said
Not
anything much.
not go fuck yourself, Bill Murray, because I love you, man.
Go fuck
I would never say go fuck yourself. I just meant your attitude.
But fuck Stripes.
But yeah, well, I'm sorry. You had some bad
Ryan's calling
movies.
it
No, I'm
Seriously,
kidding. I'm kidding. I love that movie.
On 4th
That
of
was a-
July.
that was a good
Shit.
movie,
I think it
That
died
was.
again.
All right, well, we're not going to go live again. Let's move on.
let's
move on. And
All
get
right, that
Ryan.
is my last story. I'm gonna go take a piss.
Sorry, guys.
Ryan D, it's your turn.
Oh no. Oh no.
Behold, the
secrets of nature's deepest mysteries.
She is literally like launching eggs out of her pussy. The poo-poo, eat the poo-poo guy. So they just like tie up these dudes that fart in their face. And then he cut off his dick. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. Are you ready?
I had the article here, and then it fucking just disappeared because I had a stupid ad show up.
Fuck ads, dog.
Anyway,
that was good.
You guys going to Disneyland this summer?
Probably not. I'm trying to go to Disney World next summer.
Ooh, have you been? Did you?
I've never been.
I'm poor.
Been.
Never been.
I really want to go to Disney
I
World.
can't go.
When's the last time you've been to Disneyland?
Me?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Almost 7 years, 8 years,
Holy
something
shit.
like that.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Like, let me put it this way. It was maybe 4 years before they canceled the Southern California pass.
They kind of brought it back, didn't they?
I don't know. There's a bunch of different ones. There's like 6 different ones now. So
Yeah, the one that I used to have, if I
They had one for-
grandfathered it in, I could still do it. I actually have a coworker who he just kept doing his he and his wife, and if I'd done it, I could be in a great boat, but I can't, and it's like so expensive.
Oh yeah, it's fucking
like
insane.
$50-$60 a month you can do, but you gotta make the down payment by buying a park hopper, which is like almost $200.
Exactly.
It'd be worth it if there was like more beer.
It's only California Adventure,
so
and they have
so
great
true.
beer.
You're right. You're so fucking true.
California
You
Adventure
have
has
to get
great
that
beer.
park hopper though. That's
you have
to
to
get it, and it's great. I love Carl Strauss. I got to tell you.
No, it's not.
One
Fuck
of-
Carl Strauss, dude. It's all about that little area that's like right by that little winery.
No, I have not.
Dude, that's where they have all.
They have
the
all kinds of stuff from
secret
around the
beer,
world.
dude.
You
Like,
you
where
guys
they
are
have
talking
it.
about new shit I have not seen.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
like it's like in the winery.
Okay.
They added this whole part just for craft beer.
It's craft beer, but it's by the bottle, and some are on tap, but not
Some are on
many.
tap, but it's mostly on bottles.
Yeah,
they got
but
some
you can get any-
strong
Do you see my
shit.
face? The
Like
last
some
time,
good
okay,
shit.
Get some
I
rare beers
will,
there.
Yeah,
I
dude.
will date myself right now and tell you, the last time I was there, they hadn't even built Carland yet. They were still just doing the.
Well, that's not that long ago because
not that
that's
long.
fairly new. I was still. I mean,
Let me see what year that was.
I had a pass around that time. They were still building it, so.
Goofy's bullshit hadn't been built. Ariel's Grotto
A lot of that stuff is still
had not been built.
in my park going.
2012 was Cars Land.
Yeah, see, so it's still fairly new. Ariel's Grotto's still
okay,
fairly
but
new
it's
too.
Before that?
2007. That's like fucking.
That was still- I mean, it's 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like.
Yeah.
That's a lot's been going on.
Yeah.
In
But
5
I mean,
years, I
they
have
got
not
good
been
craft beer, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
God
Oh,
damn
yeah,
it.
dude, they upped their game.
Well, you know
the first
what?
thing
I
was
still
the
have-
Carl Strauss trolley. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other
Then
thing.
it got
they-
to the winery.
Then they, oh yeah, my favorite right now is Brother Thelonious is probably my favorite every time I go to California Adventure.
The first time I ever went to California Adventure, the first time that I ever saw that the Carl Strauss truck was there. The first proclamation that I had ever made was that one day I will have my beer being sold
Oh,
At
shit.
Disneyland?
at Disneyland California
You better
Adventure.
fucking
one
get on it,
day.
bro.
Dude, yeah.
Because
Seriously.
specifically, most of my beers are an homage to my love of Southern California.
Right.
As
It's possible, man.
fucked up and amazing and crazy as it is. And I grew up in El Monte. I lived in Temple City. I went to school in El Monte. I grew up right in El Monte, so I got El Monte, Arcadia, Temple
Right.
City, San Gabriel, the entire eclectic mix of everything that was going on. I mean, I saw the Aquabats when they were still playing backyard shows.
Yeah.
Vandals were barely getting fucking a video out just because they had just barely gotten signed and shit like that to. I don't even fucking remember who they got signed to.
Well, hold on.
Either
Okay,
way,
let me bring it back
So
to
back to
Disneyland. So there's
yeah,
more
sorry.
changes. More changes happening at Disneyland. At Pirates of the Caribbean, specifically.
You guys know that part where, as we know, they've changed it. Multiple times throughout the years. They've had
Johnny Depp's now.
Johnny Depp's now in it. Captain Barbossa's now on the ship firing the cannons.
Right.
Davy Jones. There's a projection of his face when you first come in.
Right.
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp's at the end of it. That's right.
He's in 3 times.
3 different places.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. It is 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah. And they changed the. There's the part where the men are chasing the women around trying to catch them.
Now they have food.
Well, now they're chasing. Yeah, they have food, and the women are chasing the men.
Right.
And trying to
get them out of the
house. Yeah, whatever.
It's the bride auction.
Now it's the bride auction
instead of the whore auction or wench auction.
Well, now it's changed for wench for bride. Now they're going to change it to auction. Surrender your loot. And the woman who was the mechanical woman who was up for auction is now going to be a pirate.
Wait, the one in red?
The one in the red, yeah.
The hot red one. We were like, oh, I want the red one.
Bang.
Yeah.
But she was
that one.
She was the last bastion of what we knew the whore was supposed to be.
Yeah, I was like, this is
what the fuck?
I grew up thinking this is what whores are. They're beautiful red dressed
lady in red.
Lady in red. Boom. I just made a drink on What's Good Garrett Lee called fucking La Dama Roja, the Red Lady.
I just mixed a Cape Cod. It's red.
It's red.
It's red.
What the fuck, Disneyland?
Oh, they're killing my.
Oh shit!
They're killing
Finish
my.
your story, Ryan. What's going on?
All right,
They're killing my sexist, misogynistic
nothing. That's
childhood.
that was the story. But also,
Damn it.
now I opened up this fucking can of worms here. But apparently these guys are very passionate about
This bullshit.
The lady in red.
Take it easy. But also, it's a great point. I was thinking that too. I'm like, historically, I understand there's a lot of misogynistic things that you don't want your children to like grow up with as ideals. But I mean, as a parent, that's your job to like make sure that they don't grow up with these certain things.
But as we've learned, parents don't do their jobs, and they like to blame other people.
So I just don't understand. Like, this was a whole rally to get this thing, replaced, and it's just kind of like, you know what? That's history, though, dude. Like, it's just kind of,
Pirates
That's Walt Disney's vision right there.
Well, it's just
pirates were not family friendly and fuzzy.
That's what happened. It was pirates in their natural habitat, I guess you can say.
Right.
They raped and pillaged and burned.
Right.
They rape and pillage.
I mean, again, and then the exact point that you're making light of what these people actually were. They were thieves and terrible people. Yeah.
A pirate's life for me.
They didn't rape anybody.
Yo ho.
But I don't know. It's just, in my opinion, that's just something that should be one of the things that they keep blinders onto your kids. I mean, to see. I mean, when they see something like that, then they have questions. And boy, when your kids have
fucking kids.
questions. When your kids have questions.
I can't answer questions my fucking kids ask me.
Yeah. When they ask me when they're auctioning off brides, like, what am I supposed to say? Well, tell them the fucking truth. This is how people fucking dealt with shit like this.
So say that fucking men like pussy. What the fuck?
What? And that's what I fucking hate is that this world has become slightly more educated, I want to say, but way more sensitive to everything. Like they're like,
it's more sensitivity.
People went to college, and then they decide everything was taboo.
Right.
Yep. Everything was untouchable. No. You should go to college.
Stop yelling, Gary.
You should go to college. You should find out this is the history of the world. Why was it the history of the world? Because X, Y, and Z. What should you tell your children? Hey, this is what fucking happened. Okay, let's change it. Hey, kids, this is how the world formed.
Hey, you little fuckers.
You little fuckers, this is what fucking happened. No. You say, this is how the world came to be. And because we started out here, we evolved and changed to here. And that's why we learn from these things that we shouldn't have done, but we still did them. And that is what I fucking don't
Pirates
understand.
bad.
Yeah, no, this is what this is how you get history repeating
They were
themselves.
jerks.
Yeah.
History
were
repeats itself
jerks.
because you tell them these mistakes never happened.
It's not like it's a taboo. I mean, like,
No.
even in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, they say, like, yeah, pirates are fucking hanged. They were, like, they were hung.
And the first one.
The first
the
one.
rest of them get a little
it's
silly.
It gets a little silly. But, I mean, still, they talk about that pirates are not good people. Like, Jack Sparrow is not really anybody to, like, look up to.
No, exactly. But the thing is that they start to just make everything nice. And they don't tell you
Right.
these
It's
are the
slowly
mistakes.
transition
And
to
this is
that.
what I think is horrible, is because you need to understand that mistakes were made, and mistakes are important in learning to be better. It's
Right.
not. We were always great. Everything was always happy.
Yeah.
You
No.
don't, you don't learn from
We had
victory,
slaves.
You learn from
We
mistakes.
killed millions of people.
Right.
Mistakes were made, and because you know
Whoops.
that,
Whoopsies.
because you know that, this is how you become a better person. Do not sugarcoat it. I'm pointing at the camera. They're not even watching. You do not sugarcoat this. If you have a kid, you tell them, we fucked up. You need to be better.
Yeah. Now we're here.
Not we never did anything wrong.
Garrett's
and you
gonna be
should
the
still
next
good.
guest.
Yeah.
Next guest on the
Yeah.
Daily Show.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this is
All right.
This gets
Let's
me
wrap
more
this
mad
shit
than
up.
anything because we have so
We're
many.
at
of these
2.5
videos.
hours.
Yeah,
here.
let's cut
move
it.
on.
Okay,
There's
I
nothing
could
to
go-
move on.
done.
We're done. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Humpcast
Yep.
and
Humpcast.com.
Humpcast.com. Check out
Check
some new
that out.
videos. We'll hopefully have some more for you guys pretty soon. Go to
Did you bring the hard drive?
shit. It's in my computer bag.
All right.
I was
cool.
gonna look for it. Forgot.
cool.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. Check us out. Check out our guest, Jeremy Northwood. Where can they find you?
I'm waving at a camera that's not even going.
I know.
We still got audio.
Where can they find you?
We still got audio.
I am Brewer from the Crypt on Instagram. I'm also Hetty LeBeau, spelled JHEDI _ LEBEA. LeBeau. I don't know. Anyway, start looking
Sound
it up.
it out.
You'll see it. It's a
Sound
heart-shaped
it out.
blood pool. And anyway, it's what I do for my artwork. Anyway, and you can also find me on Facebook at Jeremy Northwood.
Boom. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so much. Check us out again at all of our social media, especially Humpcast.com.
Yes.
If you would be, you want to help us out, you want to help this podcast progress, go to patreon.com/Humpcast. We really do appreciate everything you do. And, of course, you will be on our Wall of Rad. Is that what it's called?
Our Wall of Radness.
Our Wall of Radness.
Forever, your name will be on our website. And we were going to keep paying that until the end of time.
Until the end of time.
So,
Thank you so much.
in case you die, your name will live on. So if there's any way to live your legacy,
It's on
it
the
could
Wall
be
of
on the
Radness.
Wall of Radness.
Thank you so much. You can
Any
catch-
amount gets you on the wall.
Exactly. And you can catch me personally at Garrett_Amley at Twitter and Instagram. And seriously, tell your kids how we fucked up so they can be better.
Yeah. Don't be
We'll
so
have-
PC.
You do not. Seriously.
We'll have updates on the beer that we brewed coming up very soon in the next
we give-
week or so.
Yeah.
So
Go
we'll
get your
keep you
pizza.
informed.
Get your pizza
Yeah.
ingredients because you want to drink this tomato basil ale.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have...
Amazing.
We do give regular
good.
updates on our website, so please check out Humpcast.com. Any new videos that we're going to have, we have a lot of stuff in the can right now that we're going to be working on. Humpcast.com/video, Humpcast.com. Check it out. You can also send us any questions, any comments at the dudes at Humpcast.com. That's a valid email address now. And you can follow me at twitter.com/RickyC. My Instagram is RickyC90. And I'm going to end the show on a song by Action Bronson. He's got a new album coming out called Blue Chip 7000.
Fucking love
This
him.
is the song of the summer right here called Let Me Breathe. Check it out. Peace out, everybody. Happy 4th of July. Don't blow your dicks off.
Don't do it. I'm a virgin.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, blowing fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Fuck out of here like I ain't that savage. 2 Uzis and a rifle. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you fuck around with body. And I put that on my mommy. I will never give my heart to a thotty. If I could just make a dance that goes with this song, then I'ma be on. Basic bitches gon' dance to it. Basic bitches everywhere gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover blowing trees all in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover blowing trees all in it. You got a fat ass, baby, shake that shit. Shake that shit. Shake that shit. You got a fat ass, baby, shake that shit. Shake that shit. Shake it. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuit pimping, black pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you'll have your motherfucking fan missing. I lay on beaches and swerving whips. You ain't serving shit, you just an urban myth. Every day get flea, ride around Queens on a jet ski, it's me. Every day get high, to the day I die. Every day get high, man I roll that shit, and I smoke that shit. Honey bouncing up and down, she nearly broke my dick. She nearly broke my dick. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover blowing trees all in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover blowing trees all in it.